guys. It's a Friday.
Jack, I can't be around these two
Already?
Neither can I. Let's
go
go.
for a drink.
Let's
Go for a drink.
Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day. So, if you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
You can do it if you want.
Jack, where's your Hawaiian shirt?
No jeans today. It's too nice out.
This guy's been rocking shorts all week.
I like, and every time I put them on, I bought them like in the 90s, and they're long.
You know what's interesting? That big and baggy, it's back in
It's
style
coming
now.
back. Yes.
You just wait. Just be patient.
You outweighted the cycle.
Yeah.
You did the 30-year wait where
Yeah.
your old fashioned is now in again.
Patient / lazy, indifferent kind of thing. Yeah. Hey, look, I got it.
Oh, yeah, baggy.
When did you get these, Dad? 94, I think.
What was that?
Yeah.
These are Lululemon shorts that came out like the year that
It
Lululemon
was cutting edge.
Yeah.
Brand new.
Welcome to the program, a presentation of Bet365. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 or older. Please play responsibly. And it wouldn't be a show without some super chats. Let's be generous today, folks. All the money raised goes to the youth centers of Calgary. All the messages that come with will be shown on the program.
Yeah.
And
On
don't
this,
be grumpy
Yeah,
and
don't be,
mouthing each other
that's
in
right.
the chats either. Some of that yesterday.
we got into a lot before the show. We were listening to some 90s
Oh,
Metallica.
Metal. Yeah.
Off to Neverland. Have you ever seen? I don't want to, guys. I showed it to my kid. It popped up in my algorithm, oddly enough. Remember Jim Brewer, stand-up comic? He was for a very short amount of time on SNL.
Jim Brewer.
He had
BREWER, I think.
what was that movie? He had one potheads or weed,
Yes.
right? Like he had some
Yes.
dope smoking hippie pothead movie. Never did get big, but he's got this bit about he's got a few. He has a live band. He would do a live band at his stand-up comic. So he did a thing about your stomach being the party.
That guy.
Oh, yeah, I recommend.
He's like, so the party's great, and then you come in through the front door and go out the back door. Half baked. Thank you, text line. And he has a thing about AC/DC. It's like, these guys are they're like, he's like, at that time, he's like, these guys are like 50 years old. Like Hank is young. He's like, they could make, what is it? Where you put your right foot in, take your left
Hokey
foot.
pokey.
It's like they could make the hokey pokey. Awesome.
Yeah.
You put your right foot in. And he does the whole bit. It's very good. Google it.
Googs.
I'm not sure I did it justice.
It's all right.
Because you know what? I'm
He's an expert.
focused on the Bugatti.
Bugatti.
What a Bugatti it is.
Well,
Sure.
but I think AC/DC kicked off their final,
Yeah.
perhaps final tour
You know, it might be out of their
last night.
control. This is
This
probably
one
the
might
last
be.
one.
Yeah.
When are they in Vancouver? I got buddies going.
AC/DC kicked off the U.S. leg of their
Okay.
tour Thursday night at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Ooh.
They played the exact 21-song set they brought on European soccer stadiums last year.
Okay. So same.
Back in
same
Black,
tour as
Thunderstruck, All Night Long. Kidding me? Stiff Upper Lip. Oh, let's go. Some kids are like, what are you?
I kind of brace on that because I'm like, that could be amazing. But I've also seen bands way past it, and you're like, oh, this is sad. I wish I didn't see this. And I don't know which one it's going to be.
I'm $9,000 in on this endeavor.
Yeah.
And it's not really
Like
living
at
up
some
to it.
point,
you got to drink you could always drink your way to.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I'm a pro. I can do it.
It's
This is-
Vancouver. You find some zoomies.
Yeah,
get high as a
something's
kite,
going to pop
snow.
up that will take me to where I need to be. It might not be. Angus.
Like, Rat, you're singing the wrong song here. This
Ah,
is
well,
Hell's Bells.
having a hell of a time.
Oh, no.
Are you buying tickets
Texas.
right now?
April 22nd. Is that right?
Yeah.
That's right away.
BC Place. Cheap seats are not cheap.
No, this can't be right. Is it?
Why
This
is
is
it
nice.
not right? Buddy?
This can't be right.
Okay. Jack, is it right?
Hell if I know.
Are they doing?
3 shows or something like that?
We'll figure it out. But I was saying,
Road trip?
This could be something.
I remember the tickets went on sale. This
Don't
was 6
tease me.
months ago. You're way late.
Well, I mean, there's a secondary market.
Yep. You looked at it.
Be able to find them.
If you don't like the prices of bologna, you're gonna have a tough time with this one.
I love the prices of bologna.
Bologna's a good
Okay,
price.
good.
You talk
Not bad.
Bonton Meat Market, they're gonna hook you right up. That's what it should be. We're talking about price rising, prices, tariffs, this, that. You know what? Bologna's there for you. Bologna's just sitting over there. It's like, I'm waiting for you guys whenever you figure you want to come back around, get back in touch with your roots.
Yeah, we're all going to get there soon.
Yeah. All right. Well,
Tickets actually aren't as bad as I thought.
yeah. Well, they're at the
Because everyone's going.
stadium.
Yeah, you can spend as much as $1,500 for a seat, but also as low as
and
$300.
half the population that might be interested in a concert is not interested in that one.
We want pit tickets to the pit. It's like with the no, you're gonna want front row seats.
I'm probably gonna want a
instead.
seat.
Yeah, you're
I'm
looking.
in a pit. I feel like I'm
You're
standing.
looking at around 700 American, so $1,000.
I don't need to be that close.
He's wealthy.
Somewhere in the general vicinity.
I'm also seeing the third deck going for 700 Canadian. Like the
Yeah,
very,
but they're
very
full of
top.
shit right now.
Yeah,
Just-
Yeah, they'll start quivering in their boots a couple days out. So scalpers.
So what?
Bugatti.
It's the Bugatti.
All right.
Hey, right?
Yep.
Big one tonight. Biggest
Right on
game
your
of
neck.
the year.
Tat.
Coming up.
Put the tat right here.
What's interesting is the Flames will be in a surly mood after blowing a 3-1 lead
Oh,
against
always
the
surly.
mighty Ducks. Or I guess they're just the Ducks now. But I don't think Minnesota's going to be thrilled given they blew a 3-goal lead against the Sharks and needed overtime to win 8-7.
Well, I guess here's my question. Do you think they have a grid? Or do they have any idea that this is
The Flames or the Wild?
the Wild? Do you think they're focused? Because the Flames, we as observers, fans,
No,
whatever,
the
we've been
Wild.
very focused. I just wonder, do they even know?
I think they probably have a clinching bar where they
Nope.
just every
Oh.
win it gets a little short and then boom, we've clinched.
They might have a clinching bar, but what they're not, they think that we haven't shifted our focus to them. So they think that we're still focused on the Blues.
Do you remember in Major League, every win they'd like strip off a bit of the owner's clothes? And
Yeah.
it's like something like that.
It's like when there's
Jeez.
ducks on the pond and they see hunters going by with rifles. They're like, we got to get out of here. It's like, no, they're hunting geese. We're fine. They don't want
So
us.
No. They switched their focus.
Those bastards must have shifted their focus.
Yeah.
that's what happens.
Their foul focus. The good news is, we kind of talked about this on the show yesterday.
Good news.
Kirill Kaprizov,
Yep.
Mhm.
he scored only twice since Christmas.
Yeah, that's geez. I thought he did more than that.
Yeah, he's supposed to be a star. It's been tough going. Tough sledding.
Eriksson Ek, much the same thing. I think he has something like 4 goals in the
It's
last.
4 nations.
If they were playing
22
the way,
games.
if they had the points they were supposed to, the team wouldn't be in the position they're in.
It's true.
They'd probably be further up in the
Yeah,
standings.
100% I'm with you.
Yeah, the bad news is both guys are healthy, and it all happened in the last game.
Right. And that Kirill hadn't played since Jan 27. And
Kirill Kaprizov has 20. Now you can do math, right?
Oh, yeah, I'm
I
good
see
at
you
that.
grimacing,
Real
and you're right too. It's the right move
it's he's had a monster year.
in like points per game, where you
Sure.
kind of pro. So okay,
Let's
so
go.
if it's
Yeah, let's prorate it.
25 goals in 38 games,
Wow.
if we prorate that to an
32
82,
Plus
Cross
38
multiply
is
and
76.
Cross multiply and divide. Right?
yeah,
Plus 20.
feels like he'd be near the tops in the league
Yeah.
in terms of goals.
He's a 30-goal guy.
Somewhere. Get him.
53.9.
53?
54. He's
Yeah.
kind of on Leon pace.
Yeah, it is. It's very much,
53.9.
very
Wow.
much that. So
He was getting a lot of MVP love prior to his first injury, I think in the fall.
Faker.
he's electrifying.
He's a very, 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 very good player.
They have, this is the Wild. So why are they where they're at? This sort of thing. They have been blitzed with injuries. Only Boldy, Rossi, and Frederick Gaudreau have played in all 79 games. They have 3 guys who have remained healthy. Kaprizov has missed 41. Eriksson Ek, 36. Zuccarello, 13. Spurgeon, 15. It's just bang, bang, bang. All of their key guys, minus the other 3 that I mentioned, have missed a considerable amount of time. So it makes
They're
you
almost
wonder.
healthy. They're only missing Middleton
I know.
right now. Yeah. They're going to be feeling good about playoffs.
If they get there.
If they get there.
Got to
There is
get there.
that.
Presumptuous. Pretty presumptuous Wild.
A little bit. But if we're going to prorate 54 goals, I'm going to prorate them a couple points to get
chickens before hatching, feels like to me.
It's impossible.
Whoever that coach of theirs is probably should have a talk with them and say, hey, guys,
Jacques.
we're not in
His name
yet.
is Jacques.
Yeah.
Is it Lemaire? No.
Philip Gustafson,
Awesome.
30 wins in the Nets, 915 save percentage, 2.56. And how did they get him?
It again.
Ottawa, the Forsberg deal.
Right, like it was just kind of a
Ottawa did not know what the hell they were doing with goalies, and they gave away Gustafson.
yeah.
Cam Talbot, maybe some crazy trade like that.
It was a very emotional night the other night when
Was it
that San Jose game you were talking about? That Marc-Andre Fleury in net
start?
his last home start. They showed his kids in the stands, his little daughters.
They did
Still
warm up.
doesn't feel like a Wild guy.
No, I know he's been there a while now too.
Yeah.
third year.
But listen, let's focus.
Yeah, change the
On
tone
one
and
hand,
tenor.
we've shifted. This is on the Flames.
This is they control their own destiny. That's exciting.
Kind of.
Like, you would like
You are a bucket tipper.
you would like the Wild to lose, but here's what it is to the Flames:
Okay.
you have to win.
Yes, you do. That's right.
If
The
you
Wild,
don't
it's
do any
like-
winning, it's not going to matter what the Wild or the Blues do. You
Wild-
must be doing some winning.
Wild say, fellas, this would be a big one.
Fellas!
Flames, this is a big one. This is everything. This is life. This is everything.
Jack, send them some T-shirts with the Bugatti emblem on it so they know.
We're working on t-shirts. It's probably going to be the shoveler thing, though.
Yeah, we'll have them by round 2. The regular season Bugatti shirts. Flames versus Wild, November 23rd, shootout win, Flames.
Oh, yeah. We don't want that, though.
5-4 win in St. Paul, Jan 25. Someone named Clark Bishop scored for the Flames that night.
That's exciting for
Can you
him.
do the Bishop?
I don't know if I can. I bet I
Should.
could. Shoot, hang on, stand by. Do we have any?
Bishop.
Yeah.
It's a little soft. Get the soundboard up a little.
Yeah. Turn it up, Jack.
Jack!
What the fuck are we doing?
Bishop.
Friday. We're trying to go out with a bang here.
I'll try it again.
Bishop.
Feels quiet.
Still a little bit.
Shit! Eat my shit!
Yeah, that's
How's
a little
that one? Is
better,
that one
yeah.
loud enough? I got one more.
Go fuck yourself!
Yeah, that's right.
Jeez.
Matt Boldy.
He's been good against
Hey.
Flames.
Yeah, he's a good player. He's a very good player. And he's Mahusiv.
He's huge.
Is he?
Oh, he's
He's like 6'5".
yeah, he's a house.
Oh, boy.
Leads them in
Skill.
goals and points. It's showing off.
They locked him up early too. Like they got him at a good number for
Yeah, they
a
did.
long time.
Yeah.
24.
So we can't go
What's-
to overtime, though, right?
No, don't do it. So he's 24.
Yeah.
And he was on the
Quit
Four
brag-
Nations Olympic team too, right?
We are bragging him up pretty good. He should probably stop. U.S. National Development Team program.
Boy,
I made a comment about that team the other day.
we got it.
How'd
I'm
that go
not
for
sure
you?
I was right.
Good. Well,
Ask
I have
questions.
found flap gums first, fact
Ask
check
questions
later.
Yeah.
We have our insider. He's
I
standing
hope
by.
Really?
he's dialed in today. I
He
don't
will
want
be.
to
He's
have him
always
isn't
dialed
he?
in. Come on.
Come on.
Show some
Wow.
respect.
Hey,
traveling to Winnipeg.
Crystal. Well, you know what? And I have it on good authority. Big winner this week.
Really?
Big winner.
Hmm.
We saw the smoked meat.
Yeah.
We saw the meat slicer.
Oh,
He's got another.
good.
He's
a
got
new
something-
gadget?
He's added to the arsenal?
Well, that I don't want to.
Jeez.
Crystal Waters. God. Plumbing and heating, your crystal clear choice for all residential plumbing, heating, and cooling services. When things happen, they'll probably happen very quick. Your hot water tank, whatever happens, we have got a crisis. First thing that should pop into your mind is Crystal Waters, plumbing and heating, crystalclearcalgary.com. They will be able to help you out. We go to the Insider Hotline and chat with TSN Hockey Insider Darren Dreger. He's charming. He's intelligent. He's dialed in.
You guys are bringing the heat today. I can
And he's
just
also-
feel
Toss
it.
your cat there. Just
He's
humble.
also one of life's big winners. He sent me a
Yeah.
text. Because when you do what you do, you're doing a lot of charity dinners, functions. You give it. Yeah, I'm gonna buy some raffle tickets. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll donate to that. I'll buy some tickets for this and that. And then every once in a while, say, "Hey, remember you bought tickets to the things?" Well, I don't really remember, but
support the cause.
you're
Yeah.
a big winner.
Yeah. Strike Master, 40 volt, 10-inch ice auger.
Whoa.
Whoa, ice auger.
A
You'll-
10
yeah, 10-inch. Nice battery operated. Strike Master auger. Now, if you just Google the price point on this thing, I think it's about $800-900.
Yeah.
Somewhere around there. But because it's a place that's near and dear to my heart, Boomer's been there, Lake of the Prairies, I'm donating it back.
What?
Yeah, donating it back. Yeah,
Attaboy.
there's a golf tournament coming up this summer. I'm donating it to the cause.
Good for you.
Yeah, see, he's way nicer than us. We would be keeping the ice out.
Well, we wouldn't be at the event to begin with, so
Well, I
we wouldn't
mean,
be even there to try
at the same time, ice auger is kind of big for the overhead compartment on the flight back to Toronto. You know what I mean? It's kind of and it's.
I already have a motorized one.
I was going to say it's battery operated. The ice is pretty thick out there, Lake of the Prairies, middle of December.
2.5, 3 feet, man. 2.5,
right.
3 feet.
Yeah, that's right. But you're not out there doing that yourself. You got some guys. Hey,
You got
Dregs,
people.
come on down. I got
got
some
people.
whiskey and the holes are drilled. Let's go. You're like, yeah, okay, I'll come down.
Yeah. I don't even have a shack yet.
Yeah.
Everybody has a shack.
Gotta
We'll
have a
work on
shack.
I don't need a shack. Everybody else has.
Because everyone else.
Yeah,
That's
that's
actually,
good.
it's like having a boat. You almost don't want it because then you got to deal with the issues of it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, what can we get into? There's obviously a ton going on since we've talked. It's
Yeah.
Ottawa is in. Nate McKinnon's maybe done for the year because they're just going to let him sit and wait. So he may relinquish the scoring title. Brock Besser says,
Heartbroken.
I'm probably done here.
I think it's the other way around. That's your Dregs.
So I wonder, we can go to Vancouver. They were officially eliminated a couple nights ago. They do win last night.
Peter,
But
since elimination.
Brock Besser kind of said, probably done. And I wonder about their coach. What's the offseason? It's a little premature, but Vancouver, stuff happening.
Yeah. Oh, no, there's lots happening in Vancouver. There will be lots happening in Vancouver. It's going to be interesting to see what sort of market there is for Brock Besser as a free agent. And there will be a market, right? Secondary scoring punch. I mean, as long as the price point is there, then there'll be a market for him. But I'll tell you, fellas, they couldn't draw flies for Brock Besser at the trade deadline. I believe the LA Kings were the team that expressed at least some interest in giving up a second-round pick and then turned and gave Philadelphia a third for Kuzmenko.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So there's that. So I can appreciate Brock wanting to change his scenery. I mean, he's gone through some tough times in Vancouver. So what about the coach? And I'm going to be very interested to see and hear what Rick Tocchet says at his end of season media availability. Is he going to want to take some time? What I know is that Canucks ownership and management are wanting to extend him. They have the club option. So let's just look at the possibilities here. One, Rick Tocchet goes, you know what? I feel like we obviously have unfinished business here. And I do trust management. They are going to find a way to land a second line center, which is a priority. So I am going to, as long as the money in the term is there, and I think it would be, then I'm open to the idea of staying. Well, that would be scenario one for the Vancouver Canucks. Two would be, Tocchet just flat out says, I'm not signing. I mean, we can go into the club option. You can bring me back as a lame duck coach, but I'm not extending. So if you want to keep me away from other possibilities this offseason, that's well within your rights. I'm just being upfront and honest. I'm not signing. I'm not. And then the third, which is also plausible, is he's just brutally honest. And he goes, you know what? I mean, this man told me probably midpoint of the year, Tocchet that is, that this season to that point was his toughest year in hockey. Wow. Okay. So maybe he just says, I need to reset here. I'm not going to coach next season. Maybe he lands in a TV chair again for a year and just kind of recharges. And then at that point, I think maybe the Philadelphia stuff becomes more tangible for him. Because does he really want to go from Vancouver, assuming Vancouver cuts him loose, right into the fire of the Philadelphia Flyers, who, there's a ton of work for Danny Briere and Keith Jones to do before they come anywhere near to being a good team again, right? So those are the, oh, by the way, they've got a goaltender they got to look after, and Thatcher Demko. Now he's got 1 year left, right, before he becomes a free agent. So what do you do there? And I know that they've had preliminary conversations with the agent of Thatcher Demko, only to say, okay, well, you guys start thinking of some of your options. When July 1st rolls around, we'll bring our ideas and let's see if we can make something happen. What might that look like? I don't think the Vancouver Canucks are ready to say we'll give you an 8-year maximum at elite goaltending numbers. I don't think they're there yet, primarily because of the injury background. So what if they go to the Demko camp and say, well, you got a year left. We feel, we're more comfortable at the 3-year extension range. Demko might say, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I'll roll the dice here. I'm telling you, I'm not going to sign, or I'm not making any decision until the end of next season. And then that puts the Canucks in a jam, and we start seriously looking at the trade speculation that is going to brew around the Vancouver Canucks and Thatcher Demko as soon as that offseason kicks in.
Okay, so I want to go back to talk it real quick. There's a scenario you haven't laid out, and I think the TV ties into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's a big thing. He's been on TNT, a really successful broadcast. He clearly has got great chemistry with Wayne and Biz. Like, he's making 2 3/4. What if he says I'm worth 5? And they're like, well, we're not paying a head coach that.
Right.
I might want to return, but here's my number.
Yeah, maybe.
Is that realistic? Because you're starting to see some of these big U.S. markets really pay coaches a ton of money, and these huge revenue clubs saying, yeah, we'll give you 5, 6 a year, no sweat. Whereas in some of these other markets, it's like, we're not really comfy going there. Like, is that going to start being a thing with coaches?
It could be. I mean, best case scenario for NHL coaches is, that's a thing. That would be tremendous for all of these guys. If it's about the money, then why would he opt for TV in the first place, even for a year? Because he's not he'd make a fraction of that doing TV. $1 million is pretty good money, I think, for Rick Tocchet on the TV front, maybe a bit more than that. And I guess to your point, though, here is we don't know what the market truly is. Assuming Tocchet wants to coach, but he doesn't want to do it in Vancouver for a myriad of reasons, whatever those personal reasons are, what's going to happen in Boston, right? I mean, Joe Sacco probably isn't the answer there, right? So you wonder about that. What's going to happen in Pittsburgh? Mike Sullivan still has some term left on that contract, but there's a guy that could pop out. Like, he could. And then all hell breaks loose because the expectation is that Peter Laviolette's going to get gonged by the New York Rangers, right? So, what do you do beyond that? Is Bradshaw really the answer for the Philadelphia Flyers, or just the interim answer for the Flyers as he took the role when they fired John Tortorella? So there could be some intriguing possibilities where, Ryan, you get into that bigger number stratosphere, but I'm not convinced that the Vancouver Canucks aren't willing to pay Rick Tocchet. Maybe not $5 million, but somewhere in that vicinity, between upper 3s, 4, maybe.
Yeah. I was going through last night just some of the, biggest upticks. We've heard a lot about the Capitals. They've got 10 more wins and how many more points? Senators, 12 more points at this point. The Habs have jumped up big. Boston, the Nashville Predators, it's 36. They're down 30. The Bruins are down 36 points from where they were a year ago. The Rangers and the Predators, 33. Predators had 18 more wins at this point a year ago. That's just, it's crazy. But for Boston and kind of for Philly, because what you put yourself in talk is, okay, well, Philly, I played there. I'm kind of a legend there. That'd be great. I feel like they're a long ways away.
They're young
from being,
Yeah.
I guess when I say in terms of coaching, like 3 years, 2 years, that's a long time. A coach could be hired and fired in there. Boston, same thing. The Rangers, maybe where are they going? These are high profile cities. These are major markets, but I don't know how appetizing the head coaching spots are aside from making big dough.
Yeah. Well, Tocchet would have learned a lot through his experiences here in Vancouver. And so he would, before taking anything, I'm sure. And again, let's not forget that the Vancouver Canucks own Rick Tocchet for another year in whatever way they want to pursue and nail that down. That's up to them. If I can't see them just flat out cutting him loose because he doesn't want to sign. Maybe it's possible, but why would you do that if you think he's the right coach? Yeah. Why would you? Yeah. You're allowing him to make the mega money, and you're certainly making a team better because Vancouver obviously believes in Rick Tocchet. So there's so many different ways that this could and potentially will play out. But if Rick Tocchet is a contender for the job of the New York Rangers, assuming they fire Lavi, he's going to look at Mika Zibanejad and go, like, he didn't have a very good year. Is he getting better? You know, he's got a full no move clause for the next 4 years. So chances are, you know, he's going to be a tough move. And then you look at some of the other contracts. Yeah, I think that he was a believer in how JT Miller approached the game, played the game when he was on top of his game. But you know what I'm saying? It's just he's gone through a hell of a year in Vancouver. So I think he's going to be super selective what his next job is, whether it's coaching or outside.
I mentioned McKinnon. I know that he didn't play last night. They have a couple games left, may not play again. They want to get him right. He's dogged with something. He's tied for the league leading points with Kucherov, who will conceivably pass him if he does play. I wonder where a guy like Nate, he's won a cup. He's also led the league in points. We know what's most important, but I wonder how bitter a pill even that is for him to maybe take.
He would decide it.
Yeah.
Is he worried at all? I mean, eyes on the prize.
Right?
No, I know, but it's
Bednar's not going to Nate and saying,
no,
we're not playing you.
No.
We got a huge series against Dallas starting 100%. Okay.
I think this is all about just being as ready as he can be for game one, and that's it. And I don't think the player is worried about the other stuff.
Are we okay with it? I'm fine. I feel like I'm okay with it right now because the standings are kind of. But if I'm a kid, from Saskatchewan, and I don't even know where they're playing, but I got. That was my Christmas present.
I get it.
To go watch Nate play in wherever.
Yeah, a lot of teams are doing it right now. Florida's sitting guys. Obviously, McKinnon here. What's
like,
going on in Edmonton?
Because we bitch about the NBA and go, this is a
difference,
joke.
Though, is that they're doing it out of like load management. We're talking about guys that are hurt, and we're trying to get them a higher percentage of health. Guys just sitting for the sake of sitting.
That's not to say they can't play.
No, but what I'm saying, the NBA isn't that. The NBA is guys literally having days off because they're like, if you only played 4 games over this 10-day span, that's better.
Yeah. His point is the same. It's a player that probably could play, but isn't. And we agree with that.
Can I interrupt? I get what you're saying, and they do it all year, and they call it load management. But let's be realistic. This is load management.
If it's game 7, he's playing for sure.
Right? Like
playoffs, he's playing.
So to say that they're all deathly ill, I'm not buying it. And I don't care. Well, I care because I'm curious. If I'm a kid from Saskatchewan that got a ticket and I don't get to watch Nate, I'm pissed.
I wonder what Gary thinks. Yeah, to that point.
Well, so that automatically is where my brain goes. Okay, what does the commissioner's office think of this? Because there has to be that value add. You know, you're selling tickets for $250, $300+ in certain markets, right? Especially if you're in a Canadian market and you've got Nate McKinnon and the Colorado Avalanche coming through, guys are paying it. People will pay it. You know, you're right. Christmas presents, all that. Who doesn't want to watch Nate McKinnon play? I think, though, that there's been more of an acceptability to what we're seeing now because of how condensed the schedule is. And I mean, you can't even practice anymore because there's no time in the calendar. So when guys get dinged up a little bit, you know, Rhett, these players aren't playing through stuff that you guys would have had to. You just would have played. You probably wouldn't even tell the training stuff. Like and now, and I'm not saying players are soft. No, it's just their approach to how they treat their bodies, all of that stuff is way, way, way different. But look, earlier this week, Ray Ferraro and I talked about this, but he sent me a list. He said, so Colorado earlier this week played without Gerard, Natchez, Colton, Drouin, Manson. We'll throw Landeskog into the mix because he's now on a conditioning stint. But the hope is that all of these guys would be available and playing next week. And if you look at the work of Chris McFarland this year, 8 trades, he's 47 players.
That's a huge number.
47 players.
Yeah.
And it's all designed for what we're talking about right now. Yeah. The Stanley Cup playoffs looming. So, yeah, I mean, as much as it sucks for the kid from Saskatchewan who doesn't get to watch Nate McKinnon, as long as he's good and healthy for the playoffs, then you'll watch him run there.
That kid just has to send Nate and the Avalanche letters saying, hey, I was hoping to see you.
Yeah. Yeah, I want some
send him a
free
jersey.
playoff tickets.
Little Jimmy, playoff tickets go on sale Tuesday. He'll be ready then.
This is it's very media-esque, even though we here aren't in the media.
That's what we do, dude.
Yeah.
Was last night a statement game by the Winnipeg Jets going into Dallas to play the Stars? This is a big, these two teams fighting for top spot. The Jets go in and win 4-0. 25 save shutout for Hellebuck.
Yeah.
Kind of feels like it, but that's not always the case.
What are the Stars doing? Didn't you bring it up last?
The Stars have been kicking it around a little bit. They
5-on-5 haven't been good without Hastings.
No. And with Miro,
no, the 0-2-2, I think, in the last 4.
It's going to be interesting. And the Miro Heiskanen watch is in full blown. I mean, we're paying close attention. The sense was a few weeks ago that they were hopeful that he could make an appearance early in the first round, and some are starting to question that. Some are saying he's not that close.
That would be wild card for that series, man.
Huge wild card for that series. Absolutely,
5-on-5, and now you got a healthy McKinnon and that Colorado offense, McCarr, maybe Landeskog, maybe not. Like, that's what you need for that series.
Yeah, you know what, I it's not just because they're top team in the National Hockey League, but I felt like there was maybe a little bit too much emphasis put, primarily by Jets management, on trying to land the perfect center at the trade deadline. And you got to be careful when you're bringing in bigger pieces, as we learn every year, based on trade deadline acquisitions, because you can upset the apple cart. You can disrupt what you already have going. And now they spent a lot of time, and as it turned out, wasted a lot of time in talking to the Islanders and Brock Nelson, who, basically had a deal cooked to go to the Colorado Avalanche. But they pivot and they land Tanev and they land Luke Schenn and haven't skipped a beat. I mean, this team has been lights out good since the trade deadline. So it obviously always starts with Connor Hellebuck, but I'm always a little skeptical of the Winnipeg Jets just based on lack of postseason performance. But again, I'm reminded of Scotty Arniel, first half of the season, when he said publicly, we were embarrassed by our playoff performance last year. So that's the fuel. That's what motivates us to get back into that playoff run and do way better than we did last year. And I think they're a good team from top to bottom. It's not just about goaltending and this guy or that guy. I think they're pretty much loaded.
What are you dreaming up? I know we were locked in for Carolina, Jersey. It looks like we're getting Colorado and Dallas. Are you hoping for the Battle of Florida, Battle of Ontario double up? That could be special.
That would be nice. That would be nice. And I'll tell you what, we just talked about the injury chain and everything that's gone on around Colorado and whatnot. Something weird with the Ottawa Senators and Brady Tkachuk, their captain. I think that he was supposed to start skating today, and I don't think that he did. I mean, whatever. There's still a week away from the opening of the Stanley Cup playoffs, but they need that guy. He's the head of the snake. He really, truly is. As well-rounded as they are now because of the work that Steve Staios has done, from the crease out. Man, a motivated Brady, as we saw at the Four Nations, he's a tough animal to tame. And, he just drags you into the fight. Every single shift he does. So the personality for me, the Ottawa Senators, changes if he's not 100% healthy. But let's assume that he is. I think that we saw, in a nutshell, 2 games this year that embody the frustration of a Toronto Maple Leaf fan. We did Tuesday's game on TSN, Toronto playing the Panthers and Sunrise. They were brutal. Toronto was just off. There were stretches of that game where the Panthers dominated that hockey game. And they don't have a full complement there. They still have key guys out of the lineup, Matthew Tkachuk among them, right? Yeah. And then back-to-back, Toronto flips the switch and plays in Tampa Bay on Wednesday night. And Nyes and Matthews and Mitch Marner just fill their boots. So which team are you going to get? If it is a Battle of Ontario and you get that Maple Leafs team who laid an egg Tuesday night in Sunrise, then there's a place where I believe the Ottawa Senators can take the Toronto Maple Leafs, but not the way Toronto played on Wednesday. So that Battle of Ontario would be a fun one to watch.
Yeah, you're going to get both. You see it every spring.
Yeah, you do.
And to your point, not without Brady Tkachuk.
No. I think he's going to be okay, but I can just tell by some of the feedback I'm getting out of the nation's capital, there's some nervousness around Brady.
Calgary Flames have got a couple of young prospects signed and with the team. If they lose tonight, I think they're pretty much eliminated. They need to almost run the table, get a ton of help here. Probability's not good. How are they, and how would you approach Zayne, the standout OHL defenseman, joining the roster? Where and when? Would you do it tonight against the Wild?
I mean, if you're doing it, you might as well do it. Like, why not? You know, I'm curious to see how this kid is going to handle the pace of the National Hockey League. When he was, now in fairness, I don't pour over the Ontario Hockey League, but I did watch him fairly closely at the Memorial Cup, and I felt like, there's some flashes in this young man's game that you can see are going to translate, and they're going to develop at the National Hockey League level. But there are other parts of his game, more the physical side, that I struggled with from time to time. But yet, by all accounts, he had another brilliant year. So, you know, the Flames feel confident that he is NHL ready. I want to see it. I want to see how he develops. So if he's getting in the game, why not throw him right up against the Minnesota Wild? It could be trial by fire, you know, given the fact that they've got Kaprizov back and Eriksson Ek is back, and, you know, they filled the net earlier this week, but I'd get him in there as soon as possible and have a look.
Yeah. You've got fans who I don't think they care who the opponent is, or get him in, want to see him.
Yeah.
We're excited. And then there's the flip side.
There's plenty of arguments on both.
Yeah, he hasn't practiced, it seems. He's only done game day skates.
He's been playing against kids.
And then are you going to take out a physical right shot D on the third pair and put him in?
It's
who's
tough.
not playing great. You're not going to
let the guys that have got you here.
Yeah,
ride it
let
out.
Them finish. Hey, he could have helped on the power play. I do see both sides, especially now that they're home. You could shelter them a little more with last year.
Our jerseys just like running off the shelves right now, like just the Perec jerseys. It's just like wildfire.
First.
By the way, not to derail, but that whole Demidov stuff yesterday, you know, with the Montreal Canadiens, I don't know if you guys paid attention to it, but there was a group out of Montreal, Tony Marinaro, I think, is that right, Boomer? They actually had a live stream
from the airport.
Yeah, from the airport in Toronto, you know, awaiting this kid's arrival out of Turkey. And then, man, he arrives and the entourage is there. And like, I was just in disbelief. Like, I could appreciate the anticipation and the excitement, you know, no different than Perec. I mean, Calgary Flames want to look into the crystal ball. They want to see what potentially the future is. And he could be a big part of it. But holy Christ, can we just pump the brakes?
Yes.
Like, what are we talking about?
Montreal, man. It's the next
Demidov is a 19-year-old kid. You know, Marty St. Louis is probably sitting there going, like we're trying to lock down a playoff spot here. And now I've got this crazy fan base that's, you know, going to jam this kid down my throat for the remainder of this regular season.
Much like the Flames, they've got a group of guys pulling on the rope together, and now you're going to be put in a spot where you got to throw them in there.
Got lines humming. You're going to disrupt them to get a kid in.
Yeah. And you're right. And if you don't put the kid with players who are going to help him, like if you don't surround him with higher skill set guys, well, now you're setting the kid up to take it between the eyes for the rest of this year. So it's just, it's wild how much at times the fan base, especially, but in this case, the media bought into it in Montreal, just overhype, let this kid find his way. And when he scores his first 20 in the NHL, all right, here we go. Golf clap. Like, awesome.
He wasn't grabbing his own bag and finding a cab. And
it is girlfriend carrying his sticks. I saw that. And then there was a couple of members of the front office of the Montreal Canadiens that I recognized that were part of the entourage as well.
Have you had any contact with the team to the north? Some of the folks up there, how the vibes are?
Up where?
Up from us, I suppose. Yes, in Edmonton.
Too.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you know what? They're certainly not going to lean on the fact that they too have gone through a slew of injuries here. You know, they saw some positives. Maybe they're still seeing them. I mean, Nuge is out, but he had a little bit of a pop there when both Draisaitl and McDavid were out. So the encouragement comes in the fact that, they are getting some secondary scoring. So McDavid comes back into the mix. He automatically, shows his stuff, but Connor Brown scores a pair. One of them was the overtime was a terrific setup by McDavid out of the penalty box. But you had Arvidsson scoring. You've got Jeff Skinner, who for me is better than I thought he would be in terms of his overall game, not just the offense. So they feel like they're going to get healthy in a hurry, and then they'll be fine. But I still have a big question mark when it comes to goaltending. So I don't think that there's as much nervousness, but there's a healthy dose of respect that should be applied to what the LA Kings are and the areas that they improved in, right? And how hard it is to beat a team year after year after year in the opening round of the Stanley Cup playoffs. And I mean, some of the prognosticators keep saying, no, LA is going to win that series. I still want to give the Oil the edge. If they're healthy, I want to give them the edge because of the Game 7 experience. But I'm not convinced that LA team, if they get Darcy Kemper playing the way he's played, wouldn't be a huge upset to knock off the Stanley Cup finalists, I don't think.
Well, and if home ice matters, the Kings got their 30th home ice win last night.
Best home ice team in the league.
It's bizarre. They can't even. We had Jim Hiller on the podcast a week or so ago. He can't even explain it anymore. He's like, I don't know. I mean, our vibe is pretty good. Our fans are excellent.
Yeah.
But I mean, the X's and O's and why it happens and why they've had this incredible run, the head coach can't even explain it. But there's something to it. The players feel it. They respond. So it's going to be a heck of a series. I think that one's going to be one of the best. I mean, the West in general, though, right, guys? Like, you look over to the East. Like, are we all sitting there going, ooh, can't wait for Jersey and Carolina to get? No. I mean, it could be a heck of a series, but they're not going to beat the snot out of each other like you expect Dallas and Colorado, Winnipeg, whomever.
I'll say this. If you get Tampa, Florida, that is a special rivalry. I don't think Canadians realize how nasty it is. But they had like brawls in Orlando in the preseason.
Yeah.
Hate each other.
Yeah. And Florida is just wired that way, right? Like the Florida Panthers. And I think Julian Breezeball recognized that. And they've added some pieces in Tampa Bay that can play that type of style, but it's not running guys through the boards. That game that we watched the other night, again on Tuesday night against the Leafs, they're just hard. They're just hard to play against. And it's not just finishing on the forecheck and doing all of those staple things. They're relentless in the offensive zone. They blast the puck from the point. There's always a net front presence there. All of that. Maurice has got that team finely tuned, and maybe that's just the elixir that is winning the Stanley Cup and knowing what it takes to do it. That just keeps motivating this group.
I'm sure at TSN you have a large contingent of folks in behind the cameras, behind the scenes that do a lot of work, technical and production staff. We much the same here.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of people
Huge
in
you have Jack
doing yeoman's work to try and really wrap our heads around what the Flames have on their hands. They're trying to chase down the Wild. Mm-hmm. Our technical department and our staff, our graphics department put together.
Stats guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see it.
So we'll let you walk us through.
Just tell us what you see there.
Yeah. So that's pretty clear, right? What we've.
Yeah. Wild wins. Seriously. I've had. When you used to go to the rink and there'd be somebody be selling squares for the Grey Cup?
Yeah.
Yeah, you get for $10 you get 3 squares. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah.
Argos Blue Bombers. Who do you got? Actually, sorry, this would be Alouettes Riders. Look at the colors.
Yeah, and actually, somebody did text in. They're like, "This is kind of CFL-y."
Yeah,
this has got a little CFL-y feel to it. Appreciate you, Dregs. Next Friday is Good Friday. Can we do Thursday?
Sure.
You're jammed Thursdays.
I don't know. Let's play it by ear. I should be okay. I
need advice on my beef ribs too.
Ooh.
Buddy, how are you doing them in the smoker? Or are you doing them
I haven't. That's what I need.
Yeah. I've got a 3-2-1 recipe that's off the charts.
All right.
Can't beat it. 3 hours, same temperature, but uncovered, right? Just a dry rub. And then 2 hours with sauce covered, right? And then the final hour, more sauce, and you crack the heat a little bit, and it's just fall off the bone. Pork or beef, doesn't matter what rib. 3, 2, 1.
Nice.
Oh, mouth sweating.
Appreciate you, Dregs. Have a good weekend, pal.
Hey, guys. You too.
There it is. On the Insider Hotline, a presentation of Crystal Waters Plumbing and Heating, your crystal clear choice for home comfort. 403-219-4100. Check them out at crystalclearcalgary.com.
We got ice augers. We got CFL squares.
3-2-1s.
Beef ribs. That's a hell of a hit with an insider.
I like the groan. Good stuff.
A lot of riders, not a lot of Alouettes. That's all you need to know, folks.
Yeah, that's right. Looks good
Looks
for
good
the green.
Green
is the color.
Yeah,
it's
football
the color.
is the game. We're all together and
something like that. Reds peeing in a plant.
garbage can. Getting kicked out.
Excuse me, come with me, sir. You're not allowed to do that.
I know, but I was gonna piss my pants, so I had to. It had to be real embarrassing.
Hey, didn't you used to play?
I blame McMahon Stadium and the shitty plays. They should have more pisser.
There goes Red. He's a celebrity. He just got peeing in a garbage can.
Why is Warner handcuffed and getting escorted out?
So look, we got a lot going on. It's crunch time. It's the weekend. Richmond's Pub. Why not tonight? Get to
Masters weekend.
You
We can go
Blue
right there from
Jays.
here.
Good.
I'm in.
Good.
Oh, baby.
Hockey.
Yeah, man. Richmond's
just-
just down the street, not far. 3919 Richmond Road in the heart of Glamorgan. Sports live here. They got the TVs. They got the food. And
Sounds on for the Bugatti tonight.
sounds on for the big
Sounds
guy.
on.
And a lot of places you go to. There's a lot of places you go to. They don't get it.
Yes.
Can we put the game on? Can we listen? Can you put the sound on? Oh, well, there's some guys in the corner that want to watch Tallahassee play Virginia. So you go to Richmond's. It's the games you want to watch. There's TVs everywhere. They've got the sound going.
Horn.
You don't need to hold the hand of the serving staff who are busy enough trying to get them. It's where
We got you.
sports live here. 3919 Richmond Road in the heart of Glamorgan.
Pizza's so damn good.
It will be
Wings are
jumping.
so damn good. You got the barn burner blonde. It's just everything.
Jumping. Pizza. Wings.
Blondes.
Yeah.
Buns.
Buns.
Buns, master. Buns, master. What else happened last night?
I don't know, but you got a lot of those things to do.
Yeah, I do. Well,
Washington.
I just did one. I'm trying to
I think
spread
they just sewed it up.
Yeah, Washington, top
overtime
seed in
win.
the East.
Congrats to Spencer Carberry and Ovi in that crew. That's an incredible year.
Carolina has lost 4 in a row, but they clinched the number 2 seed. Home ice versus New Jersey.
Stankoven scored again. He's been good since he got there.
Yeah. Jarvis hits 31 goals.
Wow. That little rat's good.
Yeah. I don't know what to think about the Devils. I feel like
How
that's
come Washington doesn't have a mark by their name?
They got the special. We just won the East.
They
haven't figured out the logo yet.
Is that right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez.
I think there'd be something kind of designating that.
Usually a Y or a Z for the either conference lead or the overall President's Trophy.
Probably.
Cold in here today?
No.
So true.
Marchand scored his first goal as a Panther.
What a rat.
Florida 1 point back. Game in hand for the Lightning. Paul Maurice passing Barry Trotz for 3rd all-time in coaching
Paul.
wins. You don't see them there. Ryan Donato, remember him?
Yep. Top line for
Loves
Chicago.
Donato.
Scored his 30th last night. 30.
I'm sure if he wasn't playing with Connor Bedard, he'd be rated around 29, 28.
Don't be cheeky.
All they've given him.
It's not his fault that he can score.
It's a great job for Ryan Donato. It's a less good job by Kyle Davidson.
I can't believe they're trying to sign the Sedins and not answer.
Before me.
I was up.
What are they worried
I'm
about
free
those guys
agent.
for?
Ace. Hey, I'm right here. I'm the straw.
And just the Kings, I believe the Hurricanes also have 30 home ice wins, but I think the record is slightly better for the Kings. 30 home ice wins. Kemper, Dreger referenced it. 2 or fewer allowed in 15 straight.
I got the tweet later. It's good.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
So they're scoring and winning, and the goalie's been good.
I really hope this isn't just some regular season thing and the Oilers steamroll the Kings like they actually put them in a headlock. And last year was not a good series. The first couple were very good, but I think it was 5 games last year. It just didn't feel like
That's right. The Kings were trying to keep up.
Yeah, and they started home here. Like, set the tone, Kings. Oilers, all they have to do is split. Like, set the tone here. Let's go.
Is that a given? Do we know?
Yes. No one's catching Vegas, and
for the Kings, like the Oilers can catch the Kings for home ice.
Yeah, sure. They'd have to get on a run here, but it's the kind of gap that we're company suggesting.
It's those numbers where it could have. But for the Flames, it'll be fine.
That's right.
What's the gap exactly?
Hockey North America, Calgary's best run adult recreational hockey league since 1988. We've been talking about it. Red's putting a team in with Jack.
Nice.
Is that happening?
What was the deal? We have to win and you'd pay for it?
Yes. You have to put it. You have to roster a championship team, and I'll pay for it.
It's kind of a good deal.
That is a good deal.
They also got a good deal too.
Without knowing what the competition is.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's pretty good. I guess we'll just go and win. There's a women's division, co-ed division, men's divisions, obviously. 14-plus games over the course of the summer. Great ice times, great arenas. There's a Hockey for Beginners program that sign-up is open. 21 ice times for the beginners there. They got tournaments set up. They're doing it right. HNA.com. Scan the QR code that is on your screen. And if you mention Barn Burner or put it in the little promo little dealy there, $100 off your team registration.
$100 will do you some good.
It's $100, guys.
Parking lot money.
Yeah.
So you fill in the blanks. You can figure it out.
HNA.com.
Kings are currently 4 up on the Oilers. Games played are even, and the first tiebreak would go to the Kings by a mile. Edmonton's been absolutely feasting in overtime. Great news for non-Oilers fans. Overtime in the playoffs is actually just more 5-on-5, which the Oilers aren't actually that good at. It's really going to sting if they find a way through.
I know. I know. Well, we have the Pinder Report coming up. It is a Bugatti of sorts, I guess, today, but it's also Championship Day in the Candy Bracket.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, gosh. Was it Masters, a Bugatti?
I know. We talked about it a lot this week. I think a lot of people's eyebrows were maybe raised that the Sour Patch Kids would find a way. It's a sour candy. How could sour, one of the top 2 candies in the candy game? The cola bottles made it to the semis before being upended by Skittles. I'll say this. When we were doing the initial legwork, there's somebody, there were 2 people, but there was someone I said, give me your top 16, 17, your favorite candies, list them, and kind of put them in your order of preference. The shoveler did not have Skittles anywhere on her top 16, 17.
What?
She's like, get those out of there. And there was also
a red flag, Red. I got to be honest.
There was a stranger that showed up in the room that one day to do some interviews with us that we knew nothing about.
That's right.
Just somebody walked in the room and started asking us media questions. She also had no Skittles anywhere on her.
You don't say.
Yeah. Now, for you, Jack, just before, because we're going to see the results. I believe the results are
maybe
in.
American Skittles
results are in.
Results are in. We're crowning a champion right now.
I guess just set up with the final Skittles versus the Sour Patch Kids. Were you surprised at all?
I wasn't surprised. It was close, and then one of them kind of pulled away, and then within the last hour, it got really close again.
Wow.
Come on.
Yeah, I was surprised to see Sour Patch Kids get to the final. Maybe it's seeding. I thought the Peaches, it just feels like...
I was on Team Peaches until we sat here last Friday and literally sampled back and forth.
Once I tried the kids, I was
kids. I was like, I forgot how good they are, and the sour thing is totally overblown. It's a really nice candy.
Maybe that's on us. You know what? It's probably on us.
Yeah,
just a bunch of ignorant old fucks sitting up here, telling you how great the Swedish berries are. Well, why don't you put a Sour Patch Kid in your yapper and
when they only had 6 candies?
Do your homework, figure it out. And I wasn't surprised on the other side.
Didn't even open those.
I know. They got bounced early. The Starburst. Sorry.
Waxy losers.
There's your Peaches.
Cola's got
Swedish berries.
There's a lot of losers in this bag.
Yeah,
that's all there is. And there's the flag I was looking for yesterday. Remember?
Yeah, I know.
I told
Well,
you.
you threw it over there.
No, I didn't. I went and found a T-shirt.
I
This
know.
is the flag I wanted to throw.
Flag.
So,
There's one left.
it's been the talk of the city. It's been the talk of the fan base. I mean, Zayne Parek's getting a little bit of attention.
Yeah, we got
Tell
some
you
news
what,
on
the
that,
Fuzzy
too.
Peach isn't that bad.
There's no real losers.
Oh, Final Four, they all deserve to be there. No upsets left.
Without knowing,
Fuzzy Peach is pretty good, actually.
So without knowing, we're going to see the results as a group together. We don't know what's happening. The voting process as it happened, we wanted it to be when you vote and you click on it, you don't know where it's at. So you keep it a mystery.
You're voting blind.
Before we see the results, Ryan, your prediction, the kids or Skittles?
I've been calling Skittles the whole tournament. When you got to the Final Four, I've completely switched. I think this is the kids to lose.
I give you credit. You've done a lot. You've done a lot of intel. You've done your homework.
Well, and I'm behind the 8 ball because I'm not a candy guy.
You're not.
So I really had to dig into this.
You had to step up.
I think Johnny's looking down on us.
Skittles. I do wonder if there is something there.
It's an emotional play, but it's real.
Yeah. Which is not to say they're not a heavyweight, because they are.
No,
It just might be a tiebreak of sorts.
Yeah. I think it might be Skittles in a tight one. And you were saying it got close near the end?
Very close. Are you ready?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
You got music?
I got a drum roll.
Let's hear it.
Let's hear it. The champion of the Barn Burner Candy Bracket 2025. Whoa!
It came through at the end. Oh my God! 5 votes.
Unbelievable.
Freak out!
Wow.
Freak out!
By 5?
Hanging Chads? There's got to be.
That's crazy. What? The Sour Patch Kids.
I'd have never thunk it, Dean.
What a story. 6 seed?
Yeah.
What a story.
Yeah. I'd have never thunk it.
I'm kind of speechless. Because I have to admit, as good as they, and I think we all agreed, as good as they are, if today I'm road tripping somewhere, I'll grab a drink, just grab some.
You're not?
I'm not.
It's
I'm
going to
probably
change your
not.
tune,
It
though,
may.
now.
Yeah.
You're going to do a road trip soon.
I was blown
next
away
week,
this
maybe. And you're going to have to hit the gas station.
Yeah.
Take a tinkle. And on the way out, you're going to go,
Should have
maybe
washed my
something
hands.
sweet.
And I'm going to grab some Sour Patch Kids.
No, shit. I forgot to wash my hands.
Yeah. Did I wipe after I pooped? I don't remember. I was on the.
I've seen evidence at my house where it's not necessary.
That's right.
Really? Eh?
It's optional.
Oh, saving water,
Yeah.
boys. Good work.
I've been
Saving
doing
TP and water. They're not
boy.
flushing ore.
I've been playing Candy Crush so long I can't remember if I did poo, and if I did, I'd have no idea if I wiped. Anyway, congratulations to Sour Patch Kids
unbelievable. What a
Nation.
tournament.
I got to run down the street and go get us some.
Are you really?
Just to celebrate.
Man,
This thing keeps cracking, Jack. Go ahead, Dean. Sorry.
well, congratulations. It's kind of like when you're in high school and
You get dumped by the hot rod?
well, it's just the hot chick
or you thought
likes
you
the
had
bad,
the hot
likes
rod?
the bad boy.
You thought you had the hot chick, and she's
Eh?
like,
It's like, what do you see? That guy's an asshole. Those guys are a bunch of jerks. Sour, living out in a bunch of hillbillies out in the Sour Patch out there.
Guy plays for the Blades. What do you mean you like him?
Yeah, he's got those tattoos on his belly. Can't say no.
A monkey.
Thank you to Handsome Dan. Handsome Dan's Vacation Rentals, one of the proud sponsors of the Candy Bracket, specializing in vacation rentals on Vancouver Island. HandsomeDans.ca.
just tell me which one's the best spot for fishing, Dan.
Yeah, what's the best spot for fishing? Let us know.
Don't put it in the chat. Top secret.
Yeah, I don't want it.
Don't do that, Dan. Save up to 15% through Handsome Dan as opposed to using the other third-party platforms. And our good friends as well. We talked about the Candy Bracket last time around, 5 years ago. It was a life changer.
Mm-hmm.
Just the whole company. They're down on their luck. They weren't even in. They were doing something complete. I think it was auto repair.
Is that right?
And then the candy bracket happened, and they discovered their joy of candy. And with candy, it makes you, it's lighthearted stuff, and their lives turned around. And now look at them running the show in this city when it comes to plumbing and heating. Maybe somebody else can take. I hope maybe it's a motivation for somebody else out there.
Well,
if you're down on your luck,
don't be running wild in the city too much because you got to pop over to Rhett's house. So.
Yeah.
Well, that's right. Yeah, and the Crystal Waters guys.
Crystal Waters, plumbing and heating.
Yeah. I was reaching out this morning.
What do you got going on over there?
I got kids that live in my house and they're dumb. They do things.
I was going to say,
maybe I'll go with the bidet.
I don't know if the same thing happens in your house, but we have, as it stands right now, 5 humans living in our home.
It's a lot. 2 dogs too.
They're getting larger, the humans.
The contributing more?
No.
Oh,
just more. There's the oldest. The oldest now has clothes and his work clothes.
Oh yeah.
So there's more of that. And it's just a lot of laundry. It's just a steady thing.
Pile.
And the thing about, so you put them in the washer.
Right.
You may not know this.
I don't have a clue what you're talking.
In the washer. Once they're done in the washer, maybe some go to hang.
Right.
Others will go in the dryer.
Oh, my asshole roommate when I lived on Madison, I'd have clothes and he'd throw it in the dryer to shrink it so it fit him.
Oh,
jeez!
I didn't learn that till a few years back.
Busted cover.
Always knew that guy was a dick.
What up?
So anyway, from the washer to the dryer, and then more go into the washer. Not another low. So it's going. And I found at our house what the easiest thing to do is then when the stuff in the dryer is done, you got to can you take the stuff out of the washer, put it in the dryer, but there's stuff in the dryer. Well, take it out. God forbid you fold it, put it away.
Whoa.
Yeah. So here's the cycle we're in. Washer, dryer, ground,
floor,
dryer, floor, dryer, top of the dryer where like ball gloves and cleats and stuff go.
Space.
Yeah.
Wherever they can find.
So essentially, once they come out of the dryer, they almost need to just go back into the washer.
Start to be soiled.
So why it smells like bounce, but there's dog hair and there's shit and gravel all over. What the fuck is going on in here?
God,
what are we doing?
I can't believe you let Jack move in.
There's just mounds of dirty clothes, which are clean, all over the house.
5 of you say, eh?
In all seriousness, at what point at what point are you going to ask the eldest, okay, you've got a job and you got work clothes and you got your own clothes and you got another person you like to hang out with a lot. Like is there and I'm asking because I'm genuinely curious because I think
it's coming up for you soon.
Sure. Yeah. He's got someone in his house that could probably move the fuck out.
Oh,
you know what
sorry.
You know what he's you know what he's got in his house? You know what he's got in his house?
Fuck yourself. Too many.
Too many, Trev. Too many. Oh.
Get one of those AI washing drying machines.
I don't know that that's a thing.
No, it is.
I know.
And you can do everything. You can get the ones you can do they can do dry cleaning and they can do washing and drying.
Is this like your shitty flying car you showed us?
No,
they go. That thing
no, I know
sucked.
that. Actually, I haven't. With AI, I have a maid that I've created, but it's not about. There's no laundry being done. It's just she's kind of prancing around the house looking hot. It's very realistic.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Tell me more.
Oh, AI. Just perverted old men. Just a brand new lease on life.
Is AI going to change sports? I've been thinking about that. I'm like, no, it can't. But then they're talking that AI is going to, in this augmented reality, is going to be so realistic and good. You could be playing in the NHL, Pinder.
Sure. VR, baby. Let's go. Put on the goggles and get in there.
Well, VR times 8,000.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You'll be strapped into some unit. Head, the whole thing. Unbelievable.
Probes, you want to go? Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on, Bob.
Yeah, that'd be down my list. Maybe golden goal with Iggy. Maybe something like that would be fun. Fighting Probert, not necessarily right there.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah, maybe.
He doesn't like make believe. Ryan's not into that.
Oh,
you need context.
You're not going to like my answer. I'd be like, look, they got chips in every jersey right now. They'll probably put chips in the puck soon. There's just going to be an ocean of data that humans, it's going to be like, there's too much here. We don't know what to do. Like, AI, sort this out.
Yeah, it's not about data. It's about just the experience.
I'm talking about the experience.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm trying to think if you're Connie, how you could get an edge somewhere.
well, you got to build a bat. Build be a new stick. Get some guys on new sticks, right?
Get that torpedo stick going.
Huh?
That's right.
Jack. That's what we should do.
Torpedo stick.
Huh.
He's not a concert promoter or a block party host today. He's a stick manufacturer.
Actually, that's a good nickname, the torpedo stick. Huh?
The old torpedo bat.
The old torpedo stick.
I feel like with Starbursts, regardless.
Give me one. I've never had one of these.
What? You've never had one?
It's quite possible. It's a bold statement, but it's also a very, I don't ever think I've ever unfolded one of these. You said
Well,
red.
it's nice because they're individually wrapped, Rhett.
Yeah. You said red's good?
Or is it a pain in the ass that they're individually wrapped? I'm not sure which.
Yeah, I guess. Like you can put them in your pocket.
Yeah, that's good.
You do that with.
No, my hands go in my pocket.
You do that with.
Oh, that's
nibs.
a strong flavor.
It's like taffy.
It's waxy, but it's good.
There's a lot of flavor, though.
Mm-hmm. It's
like
bursting.
compared to these, way more flavor.
Yeah, the Swedish berries are disappointing there. Yet I couldn't stop eating them. I don't know how that works.
It's too soft.
Sugar. It's sugar.
It was very soft.
It
Soft
sets
mentally.
off the dopamine
Yeah.
reactors in the brain.
Let's go. It's Friday.
Jack, you want one?
Let's get high on dopamine, Jack.
No, I'm good. What else is in
Shut
there?
up, Jack.
Well, there's a bunch of nibs.
Swedish berries, or Starburst.
There's Origin beer behind me.
You got your own beer? Working out today or beer?
Working out? What's all that about?
Are you working out?
Oh, yeah. Jack always works out.
Are you doing a thing?
What do you mean always? I've never heard him say he's worked out.
Twice a week, Jack? 3 days a week?
That's not always.
A couple times a week. What are we doing? Beers right now?
You want beer?
See,
Well, I'm
that's,
not
got a
doing one
blonde?
by myself.
that's the bad influence. I go to the gym a couple times. Beers? Let's do the Pinder Report.
I'll have a blonde with you, Jack.
Right? Are we going to the game tonight?
No.
Okay.
Well, Ryan's going, just not with you.
Yes, sir. I got friends.
Yeah. I had plans with you, Jack, but I upgraded.
He's going to have to go and give Peric a hug after the game and get some pictures.
Right.
He's not playing.
He's not?
He's in Raptors if you want him.
Still get a picture. Time for the Pinder Report. Presentation of Village Honda. The hybrid touring CRV. Built for our city.
Hell yeah.
How are the conditions? They're perfect. Well, that's good. Yeah. Do you need to have some room in the back for stuff? You got kids? No kids? Whatever. You don't want a big, hard to park, tough on fuel. Look at Pinder.
Shotgun it, Pinder. Step it up.
It's already
Don't be a
cracked it. It's already
faker.
shotgun it now.
Econ mode, Eco Assist, real-time all-wheel drive, tops in his class, built for Calgary, Touring Edition with the sensing safety technology. And if you're a Honda owner, you go in there and say, hey, maybe is there a little Honda loyalty deal going? Maybe,
What about me?
Go full Jay Morant. Just like start shooting the guns.
Something like that. Yeah. Village Honda, located in the Northwest Auto Mall and online at villagehonda.com. Pinder Report.
Game day, boys. Let's go get it. You know who's ready
Gotti.
tonight for the Bugatti? Oh, you better be. Joel Fairby.
Nice.
He's definitely been wearing the jersey since he got traded.
I'm keeping my stock.
I am too.
I'm not getting down on him. I was a fan before. I was excited to hear his name involved in the trade. It's been a rough go. I'm sticking with him.
And I'll stick with Frost as well. It's not the start that they wanted, but they're 24 and 25, and there are tools there that absolutely play in this league. Pike made a really good point the other night on Afterburner with you.
As if.
Who is Fairby played with, and with what regularity?
Don't get me started.
I know.
Well, and the other thing is too, you go from
He's just bouncing around everywhere. He's kind of just this
Well,
filler.
maybe if you fucking did something.
I don't disagree, but
no, and who's he going to play with?
Sorry, swear words, kids.
Mhm.
But sometimes people are
this line, that line, right side, left side, over here, over there. Oh,
Well, and you
get
go from Philly where you're playing for a guy like Torts, and then you got to come here and play for a guy like Huska. It's an adjustment.
It's a lot of adjustments, I'm sure.
You know what happens to good players? Who's the Wild good player?
Kaprizov, Boldy.
Did he have to bounce around?
No, he's a superstar.
Oh,
yeah.
So if you're really good and do what you're supposed to do, you don't have to.
He's not that good. That's the difference. The Philadelphia Flyers weren't going to give you a Kaprizov
Pike
level
should
play.
shut his yap and he should quit whining and just go get something accomplished. How's that?
Right.
All right. Keep your stock.
Pike made a good point. He's had to play all over. Yeah, because he's no good with anyone. So look in the mirror first.
He's been playing with a lot of the
oh, God.
our Igor and he have been.
This candy isn't bringing out the dopamine like we thought it would.
No. It's bringing out I want to hit this dope, but not the dopamine.
Someone's got to argue.
I'm going to hit you.
I want to headbutt.
Wild card the best. Let's look at it.
Why is Farabee a focal point for us today?
He's a guy on the team wearing a jersey, and it's not Zayne Parekh.
Sorry,
in fact, you know what? I sent you the tweet. We should probably mention it, Jacko. Steinberg at Morning Skate reporting Parekh, Miramanov, and Hunt, your extras. Frost is back in. They go 12-6, no changes.
Now, if Steinberg said something, I'd really listen.
There you are.
Yeah.
Pat.
So he's not playing?
This one's for Pat.
This one's for Pat.
Not in tonight, which I get. It's kind of what we'd expect from Huska. I certainly would be excited to see the player on the flip side of the coin, but I don't expect
just see if you don't look to the left and you just look at the points, that's where.
If you look at the win total, that's something's way off there. Why is a team that with that much fewer wins even? And you lost in overtime 14 times. That's a lot of times. A lot of times.
That's a lot. It's a lot of times.
And I'd like to be mad at them, but then I look at who they put on the ice 3-on-3, and I'm like, they don't have a Draisaitl. They don't have a Kaprizov.
Like, that's the thing. Even if you were Joel Farabee, and let's say you got a burr under your saddle, you're pissed right off. Who am I playing with? You storm into the coach's office. He's like, listen to me, Huska.
Yeah.
I've been playing with a bunch of slugs here. Give me some guys to play with. He then pivots in his chair without saying a word and points at the whiteboard in which there's the depth chart of the roster. And he says, who the fuck would you like to play with?
Take your pick, Joel.
Here's the eraser and here's the pen. And you get up there and write your name.
Show us what you want, champ.
Joel looks for, long, kind of quiet stare, says, touche, and then leaves the office.
He's French.
You got a soundboard full of things he says when he looks at that whiteboard. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, I don't know.
We need Patrick Roy when he was Spanish, Russian.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the phone. He had a tough time with that phone.
Treat me right fucking now.
Already happened, Joel. All good. Schedule. What do we got coming up? Well, there's only a week left here. Crazy every other day, and 4 left. Minnesota, San Jose Sunday at 6.
Nice. We going?
Did you hear what Jack just said? Did you hear what he said?
No.
What? What's wrong?
What did you say? It's gross.
Why?
Really?
Gross.
6. Oh, the
San Jose.
Masters will be on.
Celebrini.
Yeah, why would you want to watch
6
the
again.
closing hole, the greatest major in golf, when you could
I hope it's good.
watch this? Rory had a tough day. Vegas on Tuesday, and the Kings on Thursday. We'll be getting dinged up at the BMO Center in Cowboys Casino, baby.
Somebody please remember.
Yeah.
And I'll try to remember as well. But
Mhm.
Cluck Wilm is going to be at the Vegas game.
Really?
You know what we need?
We do.
We need Clark Wilm.
No.
We need a Wilm You Suck sign
Yeah, that'd be great.
at the Dome.
It was
We can get that done.
It was a long time ago, and we
Jack
on the
might
radio
not even
show
know
had
about
said,
this.
I think it was similar.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? Because you said Wilm was going to be at the game, or Wilm was in town.
When I was playing in Buffalo, my idiot brother and his deadbeat friends came down to visit, and the Flames were playing, and Clark Wilms was on the Flames team.
Mhm.
My brother knows blah, 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 blah. So these clowns, they show up at the rink early with everyone had a big individual posters, and it was everyone had one letter on it. Wilm, you suck. And it was straight across from where he stepped on the ice.
Yeah.
And then a decade or two later, I brought it up on the radio show, and someone was kind enough to show up at the Dome.
I think it was a playoff.
It wasn't a bunch of letters, but at least it did say,
Wilm.
and I think it made the broadcast.
Yes,
Somebody has a
it
screen grab.
Yeah.
Wilm sucks.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Can you find out what section he's in? We got to make sure that sign goes.
He'll see it.
So if you have a seat somewhere, maybe lower bowl
on the glass,
and if maybe you can only get down there during warm up, at least get down to the glass with your Wilm sucks.
Get it on the TV somehow.
Vegas, Tuesday night. Let's go.
That's right. And you know what? If we get photos of it, we'll put it on the show.
On the show.
Yeah, for sure.
I might even
send you a Wilm jersey.
Yeah, devote a whole segment to it.
Get you a Barn Burner Blonde 4-pack on me. That's fine. We showed you the schedule grid. We showed you the grids. It's just a lot of blue. It's a lot of Rough Riders and Alouettes and
Alouette.
Not ideal. West standings outside the wild card chase. Some things are happening. Kind of looks like Winnipeg's put things to bed here after their 4-0 decisive victory.
Some may say a statement win.
Yeah, and if they get pumped in the first round, we'll forget about that statement.
Another statement.
Yeah.
Because, they had 4 statement losses in a row last year against the Avs.
I was going to say they had a statement win in game 1 too, right?
Yep, and then got absolutely smacked after that.
They didn't touch the puck much.
I feel like I'm playing pretty good.
Yeah, you're playing great, Connor.
You let in 8.
Why is Connor looking like that? Eyeballs are the size of dinner plates.
You know what your problem is, guys? You're always criticizing these players, and they're just out there doing their best.
Yep, that's what I remember you saying about Mackenzie Weegar a week ago today.
Yep.
People want me to stop eating. Okay, I'm sorry.
Come on. Settle down, people. It's Friday.
They're very delicious.
They are.
They're addicting.
Yeah.
Redraft? Do you think the eating is slowing him down from adding commentary, or are you just sick of the sound?
I do have a question. Of the sound of my fat jowls.
Would you take the results
you don't have to stop eating, just
put there is a visual component, I think, that people it's gotten.
Are you going to use this bracket as the seeding for the next tournament? A couple of years down the road.
I think, because
just maybe 1 through 4, your final 4.
Maybe, yeah. We'll be bringing back the bracket. Right. It will be something different next year.
Yeah, we're good.
We've done potato chips. We've done chocolate. We've done candies.
Bracket. God, that was.
I know you've lobbied for pie.
I was going to buy a pie yesterday, but the line was too long. Sour cherry.
That spicy dill chip was a life changer.
I made dill pickle dip yesterday.
You didn't bring it to the studio.
I didn't. I forgot. I'm sorry.
God damn it. Let's go to the East. Kings 4 points up on the Oilers.
Damn it.
Nice. Oilers not yet clinched.
Can we catch them?
Yeah, they'd have to lose out. You'd have to win out. That's how it goes.
I would be fine with that.
You could get to 95. You could get to 96.
No issues with mine. That's
Toronto 3 up on Tampa with 4 to play for top spot in the Atlantic. Metro is totally settled. Washington 1, Carolina 2, New Jersey 3. And we could see a shuffle in the Ottawa-Montreal. Montreal's 8 up on the team behind them. I think they're fine. Maybe 6 up in the game. They had something like that.
Oh, I misheard you then. Sorry.
Yeah, not close at all there. But maybe Montreal gets up to the wild card 1 if they stay hot. Kachuk, we heard from Dreger, might not be right. What would you want to see more? Toronto, Ottawa, or Toronto, Montreal? Like you're talking about picking between underwear models here, but
I want Ottawa because I want Brady Kachuk smushing Matthews' face in the glass and making. They have some of that Florida, Boston grit and FU, and that's what's Superman's kryptonite for the Leafs.
Yeah, Lois Lane.
So hot.
For Brady, because again he's not playing right now. He's 7 years, 511 NHL games, first taste of the postseason.
I think he's going to be a stud.
Yeah,
I don't have any doubt in my mind.
Like we saw it,
built for it.
Truly, you saw it at the Four Nations when there's a little bit of. Yeah, he's going to be a friggin' animal if he's healthy.
I always use
should have pulled his head out of his.
Like he's Iggy, guys.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
Iggy type, and Iggy's first 2 games ever were playoff games in the spring of '96. He's a 19-year-old or whatever, and you get swept by the frickin' Blackhawks.
Didn't even matter. Yeah.
Trent Yanni coughed it up in triple overtime. Loser. Sorry, Trent. I was upset at the time. But Jerome doesn't get back to the playoffs.
Good, you've let it go
for another.
Till I came to town.
8 years?
Till I came to town.
Till Rhett came to town, told everyone to get their act together. And got Turek hurt. And
why are you cleaning? Keep going, right?
There was no doubt when Jerome finally got to the playoffs, he'd be a monster that year.
Oh.
And that's how I feel about Brady.
I'm with you. All the way. Every day, all the way.
We're together in
you, buddy.
Kumbaya. Let's look at the Wild. They got some lines. They got some players. This is a very good roster. They've just been missing a lot of key pieces. Like I look at this and I love their depth and balance.
You love the Wild.
I'm about the Wild. Kaprizov, incredible year.
I love the Wild's North Stars jersey.
Yeah,
yes,
really
these are horrendous.
These are
brutal.
terrible.
The Christmas tree colors, get out of here. Eck, Foligno, and Boldy, the second line. That's pretty nice.
Pick them up.
And then you've got Trennan, Hartman, and Brazo. That's a lot of meat there that's going to piss you off. That is an under your skin.
Hartman's
This is a big, heavy line.
There was a guy back in his name was Julian Brazo. So I often confuse the two.
Frickin' Julian's in jail again. Selling dope. Let's look at the blue line. What are you laughing at, Jack?
Nothing.
Come by the Kitty Hotel. Brodin and Faber top pair. Chisholm is in the Middlestad hole, I believe, playing with Jared Spurgeon, who's had an incredible career. And John Merrill, Zach Bogosian, your third.
Did you say Middleton or Middlestat?
Middleton.
Okay.
I hope I said Middleton. Sorry, I meant Middleton.
But yes, Jacob Middleton.
Yeah, the great
Who the Flames
mustache.
could have had,
Like
should have had.
He was a shock. Brought him over.
Yeah.
Real good mustache.
Great mustache.
Like Rhett level hair follicles on the upper lip. Very, very high quality. In net, Gustafson and Fleury. And the injury is just Middleton. So they're actually as healthy as they've been.
There it is.
Heading into the playoffs if they can get there. Bugatti.
Definitely not the time of the season you want to be facing them.
Yeah, 2 days ago, they didn't have Eck and Kaprizov. 1 game later, they had 7 points. 5 goals. 6 goals, sorry.
Worry about yourself, fellas. Worry about the other team.
Worry about yourself.
Focused on what's in the mirror and what's in this room. Let's go.
I'm looking at the man.
Maybe I should go down and give him a
motivational speech
like I did for the Blade.
Yeah, that worked great.
Which team?
The Wild.
Either.
Stay hot, Red.
Yeah, go talk to that coach, whoever he is, and say, "Hey, I'd like to say a few words to your
Hey, catch up. Give me a few minutes of the boys." You mentioned the Kings and Darcy Kemper's incredible play.
Kemper,
hardly even. Holy moly! Those are some low numbers. 1 goal against, 2 goal against, 0-2, 1-2, 1-2, 1-2, 0-0, 1-1-2. That's a good run for goaltending.
That makes one hell of a year for a coach.
Whew.
You're one hell of a coach when you get that from your goaltender.
So smart.
Who's the coach there? Who's the coach?
I don't know.
What's his? Yeah, that same guy,
Jim Miller.
Yeah.
That's a really long line of impressive starts.
That looks like how many push-ups a day I do.
I thought it was
by mistake.
Zeros?
It's like, oh, there was a couple days there I didn't get any. 1, ooh, that's enough. I did 2 today. Feel pretty
Felt good, eh?
Yeah.
How many F-bombs Rhett lets out a show?
Oh, it's higher than that.
Yeah, probably.
We do need to bring back the swear jar.
Yeah, the swear jar is for sale. If you'd like to contact the Wolverine.
Yeah. However you do that. I think he's in Phoenix drinking.
No, he's back in
Vancouver. He's busy.
Very busy. Last night, look at the scores. We mentioned some of this stuff. The big ones. The Rangers, now that things don't matter, looked real good.
The Sabres finally figured it out. They were up in that game.
Big win for the Canucks.
Canucks have been awesome since being eliminated. That's some peak pain. That's a tortured franchise.
So the Kings go and just kick the Ducks.
Yeah.
That's how you do it, right? Because they got over that 3.
Yeah, they were tough third goal.
They had to play extra time the night before. Flames really took a lot out of them. There was barely any meat on the bone for the Kings to take advantage of there.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it. Tonight's games, what do we got? Lighter slate than the Thursday, which I think was the biggest day left of the season. Maybe Saturday's slate a bit bigger. Good one. Habs Senators. We talked about jockeying in wildcard 1 versus 2. We'll see if there's a Demidov.
Do you think they want to play each other right now? Because it's probably highly emotional, and I'm like,
good vibes all over here. No one wants to see each other. Like that's the Bizarro us, the other team over there. It's like the Spider-Man meme, but pointing at each other.
Yeah, we're supposed to be down different roads. We're not supposed to be meeting yet. Sorry, Dean.
Eastern Final, they get to meet, Dean. Right?
It's a good thing I got all those push-ups protecting my pectorals. And
then the Bugatti, the other big game.
Yeah.
What?
Well, I'm just because. Who would you if you're those two teams? Okay, we're gonna be wildcard. Who do you want to play?
Because you're either going to get Toronto, most likely Toronto,
yeah,
or Washington.
So
and I think both of you would be picking Toronto because I think you're like that's the team that sure they got all the skill, but like let's get between their ears. They'll find a way to screw things up.
The shitty team doesn't get to pick. Who does Washington want to play?
My point being is if you want to get Toronto, you got to win that first wild card. You want to win these games. You're not throwing games.
See, he's not playing the
I know he's not.
pretend game again. It just doesn't register.
I miss
if you're Toronto
you're the
or
Senators,
Washington or the Senators or the Habs, who do you want to play in the first round?
Let me look at the season schedule.
I said Toronto. I said Toronto. And
yeah,
so
but then
to get
you followed
Toronto,
it up
you
with
win.
saying you have to. Okay. Who wants to play Toronto?
Both these teams.
Both of them?
Yeah. I think you pick Toronto over Washington. But maybe not. I don't know. What would you think, Dino?
Highly charged.
The Washington one is going to be a very curious watch. Everything has gone their way.
Yeah. And we have seen the President's Trophy guys be like, oh, banana peel, like Boston 2 years ago against Florida.
I'll tell you, Montreal should be, we talked about St. Louis. Montreal should be very scary right now.
Should be building very scary or
if you could just get a split on the road if you're Montreal.
Say if you're Washington.
Montreal is a very scary squad to play because they're playing with house money.
It's just the rink has been alive for 2 months.
They got the two fattest guys in the league.
Who?
The goalie and that defenseman.
Which goalie?
Montembeault?
Dikembe Mutombo's fat?
Got 30 wins for a fat guy.
I'm joking. I'm joking. Jack's laughing.
Yeah, I thought it was funny.
Yeah.
Or he thinks you're drunk. Okay, that's the schedule tonight. Tough start for the Hitmen last night, fellas.
Why?
Game 1 against the Hurricanes. Settle down, Lethbridge. Daniel Hauser comes out to play a puck early on. Not the right move.
Wasn't he
full Mike
Smith?
Smith
The first round?
He did.
Maybe he should have missed.
They're shaking the rust off. They'll be fine. They're back at it tomorrow night at the Dome. Go to Hitman Hockey to get your tickets. Calgary. That was not a playoff crowd last night. Let's get it going here. Saturday night at the Dome. Game 2 against the Hurricanes. Come on.
Were you at the game?
No, I was busy.
I'm going Saturday.
Good. Thanks, Red. Appreciate that. Now that we know they need our help,
give me tickets.
We'll get some tickets. Frozen 4, now the Frozen 2. We have a final.
So can I interrupt you for a sec? I hate to drag this out because it's Friday and we all have things to do.
No, we're not.
So we haven't mentioned this tournament for years. We've hardly mentioned the WHL playoffs. And then you come up with complete idiotic BS yesterday for most of it. These are all things that could, in the future, just as a consideration for the Pinder Report.
You want them in or out? I'm confused.
In, for sure.
We've talked about the Frozen 4 every single weekend of the tournament. We've put up the WHL playoff picture twice a week.
Yeah.
Do you want me to add the AJHL and the BCHL?
It's better than
What about Junior B?
No.
Do you want a major midget update provincially?
No. Well, actually, because it's got to be getting close. Hey?
We talked about U Sports when MRU went to the national championship. We showed you highlights from a 6 overtime period game.
You're not listening to the criticism. You're just defending yourself.
I'm defending myself.
Bullshit stats.
Just take it as constructive.
So you want more or less of what I've given you?
More.
Okay.
No, less of what you've given us. More of this.
Arseny Sergeyev is done with Penn State.
And he's sieved out.
Much lower ranked team. He's been a great player, and he probably gets signed by the Flames the next 3 days.
Did you see the goal?
The other side, Denver University will not win another title this year. Zeev Buyam, the Minnesota defender, is at a monster year. Overtime. Western Michigan. There's your Cinderella.
Where's he drafted?
Minnesota, like 12.
Oh,
after Perek.
Maybe he's coming up.
Flames had him on the board there. Could have had him if you wanted. A lot of good D. Yakimchuk in that
no, he was gone. Well. He was gone by then.
No, I'm just saying, like, this whole draft class. A lot of good D in the top.
Sam Decathlon.
They also got that big Salayev out of Russia. That
Galoot.
Huge Galoot.
He's a huge Galoot.
Levshunov went 2. They probably are going to look back and say, why didn't we take Demidov there, the Hawks? But maybe not. We'll see what
is this Demidov, really?
He's very good.
They're very excited about him, yeah.
He was, by a lot of draft people's, go second after celebrating. But there's the Russian factor. He had a contract with SKA. Okay, we'll take the D-man. Playing at Michigan State. I don't know. Went to 5. He shouldn't have slipped to 5. Same with Mishkov the year before.
Yes, God darn it.
Damn it. Okay, we'll keep moving. This is some men's league hockey. I think this is Friday, Ernie Starr. Let's take a look what's going on here.
This is
Jack. You were out at Ernie Starr.
It's Charlotte Bridgeport American League. Sorry, guys.
Charlotte. Oh.
Knocked down was the referee.
Oh.
Dennis Weidman spilled my beer. Wide dog.
I need you to everyone just be quiet and we'll go from the top. There's an amazing piece of audio in here. Let's just listen right from the top, Jack.
Islanders dump it back in the other way. This one's deflected at center and gets knocked down was the referee. He went hard into the corner wall. And
didn't force it. That was a real oh shit.
All right,
we're gonna Warner's whiteboard here. We're gonna get the replay.
I'm not convinced he didn't mean to.
To me, I'm tired of the referees trying to get involved.
And then no.
There's a push there. Right?
He's trying to make it look like
but you didn't see the couple shifts before this.
Why has the ref got his arm up?
Not anymore.
You gotta battle through the checks. Get in on the forecheck, fellas.
We talk about it all the time. Refs aren't prepared to get hit anymore.
Yeah, they're not.
So they're not expecting it. They leave themselves wide open and vulnerable.
That is as hard.
Keep your head up, ref. Come on.
Some decent little bit of airtime there,
yes.
too. Yeah.
Oh, dear.
See, that's the stuff.
T's and P's. We're hoping we're not. Hey, we hope you're okay, ref.
Well, we got to keep up with Kami's stuff too, because he's a huge golf guy, right?
So fuck out of the road.
So Kami telling us, hello, friends. NHL's Masters leaderboard update. Wow. On the rare occasion Mason Big Bird low-rise slips up, he comes back with a vengeance. He just carded a -4 on 16. Bedard, a nervous bogey. Bertuzzi tap in par. Big Bird Lori's got a 4-stroke lead at -43. Hashtag the green jacket. Lori.
Wow.
Not easy coming out in the back nine with the lead. Nice. Stepping up.
Bless you, Dean.
Excuse me.
Gesundheit.
Yeah. It's exciting.
Good. I'm glad Kami keeps us abreast.
Right down to the wire.
I hate Kami because he talks to us from Phoenix, and then I have to go on the Phoenix Realtor website and look at
you have
houses.
A heavy case of the regrets every time we talk to him. I do see that too.
Some
some baseball highlights for you. We got some good and some bad. We'll start with the good. Manny Machado for the dads, the San Diego Padres.
That's weird. I was thinking about going there last night.
This is just ridiculous. Falling into foul territory.
That guy's not running it out,
on
Jack.
The money.
He's got to run that out.
That guy is not running it out.
This is sidearm.
That's not a slow dribbler.
Just get it close.
Past the mound.
Look at this ass
right at his face.
Nice commitment. Wow, this is a nice play.
Perfect. Manny being Manny. Yeah,
I like that. I like that.
Holy shit.
Whoa. Big fella.
That's Jack when his buddy comes back from the bar with 2 hot girls. He's like, oh, look at that. That's my boy. Amazing. I love you. Yeah. Big game. Alcorn State against Ole Miss. Let's check it out. Acorn? Alcorn.
See it again, folks. So this starts with a pick off at first, and you teach a runner to the left. You just go first move and you don't stop. Then he gets into second.
Yeah.
And somehow Alcorn State ends up with nobody at third.
Alcorn
State realizes it, and the catcher tries to beat him to third, so the catcher
That's it. I got him.
Now the catcher.
No, jeez. Come on, guys.
You could go home and.
Why are you diving?
My kids' team does this. I'm like, okay, well, they're just learning. But this is Alcorn State we're talking about.
The illustrious.
They deserve better than that. The Alcorn State, the team name.
Honeybees.
Hippies.
Honey Hippies.
Honey dribblers.
We got the Masters music. We love the Masters music. You could just play it for a moment and then. Thank you. That is the original that you'll hear on CBS with the tones of Jim Nance walking us through. A tradition unlike any other. But what if we remixed it? Okay. Happy Masters Week to you.
He's got to mix more in there.
Speaking of Masters Pool, we have over 500 entries into the pool. Big shout outs.
500
to our sponsors at Totem Golf as well as Safe Today. Chubbs and Smokey sitting in
Come on.
19th place. The Prof sitting in 17th place, Jack.
Chubbs.
The Traveling Booms in 5th. This is a morning update. Things will be changing throughout the day.
Right.
Booms Rebuking 16th. And Sour Soothers Forever at 27. Just a few names among the top 30.
Feels wide open.
And Monday, we'll get you up to speed with the winner and the prizing. Top 3 are going to get prizes now.
Hope you didn't choose Rory.
Yeah.
Rory got his Sunday meltdown done early this year.
I heard that it was because someone was playing slow.
I heard it was because the amateur pissed in Race Creek. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, they don't like that there.
For real?
Yeah.
Kick him off the.
Yeah. If they're throwing Warner in handcuffs for taking a piss in public.
Are you serious?
Yep.
What kind of jackass loser?
He didn't know where the washrooms are, apparently. He's nervous. It's the Masters. Thinks he's just going to go rip a leak in Race Creek.
No.
I'd send you the
No
proof.
can do.
I'm shocked that they didn't ban him for life.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't get an invite again.
You will never set foot on here again. Wow, you got to be some next level asshole.
Jose Luis Ballester. He's one of the amateurs.
I don't.
And I hope you enjoy your time at Augusta National. Probably going to be your last.
Maybe he has a bladder issue. Just trying to be fair, guys.
You just wear adult diapers or whatever.
Ryan, back to you.
Thanks, dude. Okay. Now, are you guys familiar with there's a Minecraft movie? Kids.
It's supposed to be good. Some Chicken Little thing.
Yeah. See, this is the thing. This is viral part of it.
You heard about this?
I've not.
Boys are idiots.
One of my kids
Boys
went
love
to it.
Minecraft. So watch what happens when Jack Black makes his appearance on screen. It's live in the This is
They call it chicken.
It's the latest rallying cry for millions of moviegoers.
Chicken jockey.
Those two little words sending teenage fans of a Minecraft movie into a frenzy, resulting in screaming, popcorn throwing, and soda flying through the air. In at least one case, the police have gotten involved, escorting some of the offenders out of theaters. So what is a chicken jockey? The official definition, a child zombie who rides a chicken, of course. This morning, that craze around chicken jockeys causing one movie theater in New Jersey to take matters into its own hands, instituting a new policy. Minors will now have to have a parent or responsible adult with them if they want to watch the film.
God forbid we have to clean up.
Chicken jockey. Jack Black.
That was a lot of popcorn. That was the red. I'm going to Cowboys. Can I check my bag of popcorn
What you got to do is you're going to have to stop the free refills.
What are we doing here? Jeez.
Now, is that what the kids out in the OHL, they got in shit and had to miss? Remember that? Did you hear that?
No.
One of the teams in the OHL going into the playoffs, the boys went to watch a movie, and something went down.
Popcorn.
And the league suspended the whole team.
Yeah, I heard.
But each player had to miss one period each. So you could dress your team, but that line and that set of decap played this period. And then and I wonder if it was chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey's going to be a problem,
Chicken jockey.
Chicken jockey. Oh, my God. He's a child. There go your Star Wars.
You know, back in my day, we would just go and grab a box of beer and drive gravel roads and throw empties at road signs and knock over mailboxes.
Sorry. I'm excited.
Very excited there.
Obviously.
You guys know how toothpaste made?
Well, you can't put it back in the.
Yeah, I know.
I don't either, but here's the thing. AI, Rhett's got a lot of trust in AI. I asked AI how toothpaste gets made. This is what it showed me.
Placed onto the conveyor belt for initial processing. Turtles are then submerged into a purple solution to remove all color.
Okay.
With color removed, suction tubes are fitted to the head to begin extraction.
AI.
Negative pressure draws the toothpaste compound from dermal layers.
This is how toothpaste.
Remember that thing, that kind of awkward interaction you had with Red about 12 minutes ago?
The compound is portioned.
Yeah, that's how you make Jack. Is that your toothpaste? I got
Are you fucking kidding me?
A couple others for you,
Jack.
So,
no, this is a bad one.
Do you have a big ring of keys? Because sometimes you get I got the work key. I got, this is my sister's
I'm
house.
sitting here looking at these reads I got to do yet.
Here are the keys. So what you do is you paint them different colors so you know which one's the front door, which one's the back door.
You have 2 kids. Twins.
Finally, let's head to Australia.
Yeah,
there's more.
Yep, keep
where
going.
they tried to talk about North American
Stop.
sports.
Can I...
Some footy game in America, the Rams and the San Francisco 69ers played some rubbish game.
49ers. But that sounds much more interesting. Yes. A lot of people might pay to see them. That's what we were doing. The 49ers. That's much harder to explain to your wife.
There's your Pinder Report on a cheery Friday where everyone's in a great mood.
No, you can't spin it that way. That's not about whether somebody's in a good mood or not. Just walk me through it.
What through what?
Turtles to what?
Jack was laughing. We gave it.
No, don't do. You do that all the time as well. As soon as there's criticism, oh, Jack thought it was great.
You did think it was great.
What is it?
What's what? It's Pinder Report.
What was that clip?
Oh, we're just showing you how a toothpaste made.
No, that's not what.
Yeah, that's how it's made. AI said so.
Where's the comedy? Because I'm just wondering what it is.
You've now spent more time on this than the clip actually.
Well,
ran.
that's what we do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's not a time issue then.
Because I've clearly missed it. Like it's gone over my head. I get the pink and brown keys for the front door, back door. That I get.
Yeah, there's something.
I don't know that I understand the popcorn thing, but that's not really your like. But
we all have idiot
but
kids.
That's a global trend. That's
hey, you guys know how toothpaste is made, and then they've got turtles, and then the turtles turn white, and then there's stuff, and you guys are laughing. I like I'm old. I get it, but explain the joke to me.
You can't explain the joke. That's one of the first things you told me when I started working.
That's true. You have said that.
That's one of your rules. Never explain the joke, Pinder. You loser. That's what you said to me.
Anyone?
Can't explain it.
Look at Jack.
I got no answer. No.
You're as guilty.
I know.
You've got
but you giggle about it.
White turtle blood on your hands too.
Toothpaste on his hands.
Can't explain it.
No, let's really get into it.
Should we? Should we watch it again?
Yes.
No. I'm leaving. I'm hungry.
It's 12:01 on a Friday.
And how did we get here? Me taking too much time with the reads.
That happened.
Pinder Report, Village Honda.
You're welcome.
Northwest Auto Mall, villagehonda.com. Go and get your bleached white turtles today with every hybrid touring CRV. I just want
there is no explanation. They pick things.
Is there what's the kicker?
They pick things that they think will annoy you. That's all. That's
no, it's not that. It's just it was
100%
quite often all about that.
It's not that it had to have been there's a clip and
this will annoy boom.
I've been holding that for all week for Friday.
So there isn't anything funny about it. Is
no,
that
not
what
to you, no. We knew it would drive you nuts, and we've
No,
succeeded.
you didn't.
Yes.
Tell me what's what's the funny part
you're
of
missing. It's not funny on either sense because you're. But the whole point is to try to annoy you. It's not about it being funny at all.
Well,
they're not trying to be funny. They're trying to get a rise out of you.
I'm past the rise.
I know.
But I feel
you're still rising.
I feel like honestly, I'm missing the joke on it.
Well, there's no joke.
We can get back to some crocodiles and people eating.
Can we
weird
show
shit?
the video? Jack, play it again.
Jack,
just play it again because both of you guys saw this as like, well, let's put it on the show because there's a funny element to it. I mustn't have been listening to the words.
I don't think it'll help.
Turtles are placed onto the conveyor belt for initial processing. Turtles are then submerged into a purple solution to remove all color. With color removed, suction tubes are fitted to the head to begin extraction. Negative pressure draws the toothpaste compound from dermal layers through the suction tubes. Extracted paste is deposited into holding bowls as turtles remain connected for full drainage. The compound is portioned and dispensed into individual toothpaste tubes. Tubes are sealed, boxed, and prepared for distribution.
There you go.
See, you shouldn't react, and then it will end.
One more time, Jack.
No,
one more time.
We gotta go. Come on, Gabe. This is silly.
Okay, I'm putting my foot down. You two can't do this anymore, or he's gonna keep us here all day. He's like a bad teacher. More of this BS.
Just talk to me, Jack.
Why is it always me?
Well, because Pinder does with Pinder. Oh, well, you do it. Just what?
What's he going to say that you're going to move on here? Like he's going to explain something. You're like, oh, light bulb moment.
I'm waiting for just one.
You're literally asking someone to explain the joke, which you crush me for always. But that's what you're asking for.
Yeah, I am.
We can move on.
In this case, I'm just wondering what the joke was.
There was
when I say
no
don't
joke.
explain the joke, it means don't give away what the actual joke was. I don't think that. I'm trying to figure out what the clip was about.
I'm trying to figure out why spending 3 minutes on it's helping, not hurting.
If you explain it,
painful for 3 minutes.
There's no
There's nothing to explain. We thought it was idiotic, so we played it. Literally, I come and say, how much dumb shit do we have? He said, we could probably use 1 or 2 more things. This is some dumb shit. We spent 4 minutes trying to just wrap your head around that this is dumb shit. We've been doing dumb shit in the Pinder Report for 3 years. 3 years every single day. Dumb shit.
Well, just tell.
That's what it is. This is dumb shit. We can get Pike to do a graph for you if you want. How dumb it is, what day of the week it is.
Those are dumb too.
The show is idiotic. We do dumb shit.
So, Jack,
What? What do you want to hear?
Just explain it. The clip.
There's no
explaining. It's AI. It's how toothpaste is made.
Oh, it's from turtles.
From turtles.
Apparently,
you guys are using cheap AI.
You trust it, right?
Oh yeah.
Dean hates AI.
So, look how mad Pinder is. Look how mad he is.
I'm just ready to move on. I know how much work you got to do here, so you know.
So it's not real? Those weren't real turtles.
I might have a better one.
Sure.
Turtles or toothpaste?
No. Woman's attempt to save friend from monkey backfires in hilarious travel moment.
Bugatti, we going, Jack?
You guys aren't going.
I was always down to go. You're on the fence.
Still on the fence.
Boom, you want to go?
Let me think. Tonight?
Bugatti?
Yeah. Was it 7 o'clock?
8.
8 o'clock.
Probably hard to get tickets. Or you guys
Could be
sit
hard to
up
get
there and
tickets,
pretend
we're
you're
right up
media.
at the top. Yeah.
No, if we're going to go get dinged up and be idiots. We're not going to go sit in press row there.
Could we do that?
Which one?
Like if we said
Could
we're
do
coming
both.
down, we're
Yeah.
media, we could get in?
Yeah.
Shut up.
You want to sit in the press box?
I'm not sitting in. I'm curious if it would work.
If you gave them a heads up, they would make it work.
Well, I don't need to. I can just go.
Right.
This guy.
Well, I used to be.
You have taken some runs at Conroy and Uyghur.
Weeks might have his seats available tonight. Just give him a text.
Service Credit Union Big Share Contest is back. It's in full swing. You can win $1 million just by saving money. Every $500 saved gives you 5 entries into the Service Big Share Contest. Anybody can enter. Just become a member. Start saving with Service. Visit service.ca/win for all the details. It ends April 30th. Skill test required. Double your entries when you invest. Do a TFSA or RSP. Set up a paycheck for automatic deposit. Bonus, it's how you do it. You can win $1 million for doing it. Service Credit Union. Service.ca/win. I legitimately thought I was missing the joke.
No, there was no joke. It was just a stupid.
Like I wasn't trying to be. I wasn't trying. But then you got mad, and I'm like, well, now I'm just going to drag it out.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of how the show goes. I'm not taking offense. That's how we all roll.
How do we roll?
Well, you draw things out and make it painful when we could just move on.
Yeah, it's me. You're right.
And Jack and I like doing dumb shit that gets under your skin, and then It's the beauty of the show.
Yeah. I don't need to do the show.
Well,
I don't need to because I get in the road with not having fun or having a sense of humor.
No, we like having this is the magic of the show.
Is it?
Yes.
Doesn't feel like it.
No, because friction's the important ingredient.
Is it?
Sadly.
Yeah.
This is why it's funny, Dean.
Is it?
Yes. It's literally the comments like, no, this is why the show's great.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they can't stand each other.
Yeah. Did I do Service Credit Union?
I don't think
Just did. $1 million.
Yeah.
Rhett wasn't listening.
I was looking for tickets to the game.
What do you got?
You going?
No.
No. They don't let you come in the side door anymore?
You know what? I got Indus. I forgot about
Indus tonight.
It's a good spot.
Tonight?
Oh.
What, Friday?
8:00. See you out there. I walked around the ball diamond last night. It was awesome.
Be buzzing tonight, I bet.
Getting your steps in?
Get my steps.
Whoop. Does the whoop strap
Whoop.
Oh, it's yellow. It's dying. Charge that bad.
You're dying or the watch?
Both from
Like, oh, yellow. I only got 10 minutes
I
left,
just hope
boys.
it goes fast. Look at that recovery. 97%, Ryan.
Good sleep.
That's high end right there.
Vina Nova Calgary's lab-grown diamond specialist, the only store in Calgary that specializes exclusively in lab-grown. Why start digging, looking for stuff? You got that kind of time on your hands?
Nope.
I don't.
Energy? Mm-mm.
So down back when the dinosaurs were there, pooping all over these things. That's the one you want?
The opposite. I could just go to Market Mall, where there's so much parking.
Great parking.
Just walk in.
You can double park.
Depending on which way you walk in, which entrance you use, it's either on your right or on your left.
Makes sense. Brett's going to just double check that. Make sure
I'm going to AI.
So you walk in.
What if I go right both times? I'll get there eventually.
Yeah, if you do the loop,
huh?
You're going to get there.
See, so I found a hole in your. That's scientific thinking right there, Dean.
That's what we think of you. We think of science.
It'll still be on your right or your left.
Kid got.
Just keep your eyes on. Be on a swivel, right?
It's natural.
Is it over
for
there?
us
Is it over here?
Warner
Is it over
boys.
there?
Kid got
No?
12 out of 14 on his math yesterday.
So brilliant. VinaNova.com. It's lab-grown diamonds. And the thing about lab-grown, you get big savings. 50, 60, maybe 80% off of what you would pay for a mined diamond.
It seems like
I
a
would
really
feel like
good
if you're still doing that, you're out of your mind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nice what we did there.
Hey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Now that's funny.
Oh my God.
VinaNova.com. Enjoy the parking. Come for the parking, stay for the lab-grown diamonds. Yes, sir.
People get married.
It's spring.
Proposals.
Spring is
It's a dangerous time. Everyone's very excited. It
Is
gets
spring
warm.
get in the air? Or is it's love in the air?
Well, it's all the above. It's longer days. It's
Yeah.
all of a sudden, now, who needs pants? I can just wear this skirt. And oh my goodness, everyone's excited.
It's good if you can.
Still
wear a
light
skirt.
out. Why would we go to bed?
Wear a skirt. Wear a skirt. Absolutely.
Wear a skirt.
Skirts are in.
And
Jack,
baggy,
you can wear a skirt
and
tomorrow.
baggy shorts
Yeah. If you got some
from the 80s.
classics hanging around.
Oh no! What
The comments are awesome.
comments?
Yeah. There were a lot of bad details in that turtle video, which made it obvious it was fake. Thanks, Milk.
See, maybe that's what we do to irritate.
I think we should play it again.
No, I'm
We
leaving.
can end the show on it.
way
We can end the show on it. I'm not watching that again until the end of the show.
I made a mess.
Outdoor
You
dental.
were throwing shit when someone said chicky jock.
Well, that's what you do,
Jock.
Dean.
Dr. Jay Patel.
Ugh. Hope he's staffed better than this.
He wants,
joint.
you know what he does though? He believes in toothpaste, wherever it comes from.
That's right. Who's to say?
And if by chance you don't, and you've got some issues in your yipper, you go to Outdoor Dental. No needles, no drills, no stress. The Soleil laser, excellent solution for people who maybe avoid the dental office because it's just hate it, phobia, not enjoyable.
Shoveler.
You can't do it. And while you're there, ask about the snoring treatments. The same laser that they use for the dental work, 2 15-minute treatments, increasing the tension in the soft palate in the back of your yap. Reduce snoring, non-surgical, pain-free. You sleep more, you sleep better. People around you, everything's it's wins, win, 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 win.
There's going to be so much winning. You're going to get sick of winning.
So much winning. Outdoor.dental. You put that into the old at the top of your webpage there. That's what it's going to do. It's going to take you right to their website.
Yeah.
You're like, was it .com? No, outdoor.dental. Enter.
I can't wait to beak him about his picks at the draft.
Is he coming? That's great. Amazing.
Yeah.
They're now saying chicken jockey in the chat, hoping Rhett will throw the candy again. I just found 4 Swedish berries and 5 Starbursts.
I can see why the theaters are outraged.
My kid went and didn't mention it, so I wonder that would have been last week. Would the craze have caught on here by then?
All handsy with whoever he was there.
Well, I don't know.
Touch football.
It's a chance. You mentioned the playoff draft. That's coming up. Less than a week away now.
Yeah, it was 7 nights from now, I guess.
Less than a week away.
Playoff great.
Draft. Over at the BMO, presented by Cowboys Casino, our friends at McLeod Law, and Fountain Tire.
I'm not working the Friday after.
Okay.
That's fine. Jack, you get a Friday off too.
Cool. Email Eden, EDEN, at kidsportcalgary.ca to get in.
How close are we to not
being
able
to
may
be,
it's back and
you know
forth.
what it is? You know what the point is? It might be moot.
Moot point?
It might be moot.
I hate moots.
Because, very close to a sellout. Raising money for Kids Sport Calgary. That's what's important.
Great night for the kids. Have a few laughs. Bring your soundboard. Give us an example of any.
Wear jerseys. You know, the people like to do that, right? They get into the spirit of it.
Skirts.
Get dressed up.
Yeah, skirts, kilts.
Yeah.
TV wigs, whatever you're doing.
What might be, if I'm being presumptuous, I'm assuming I can take the old soundboard and I might load it up with some other stuff, but like if somebody takes
how are you going to get them sound?
Connor Hellebuck.
J-E-T-E Jets.
That'd be funny, right? Yeah.
Well, and there's gonna be a lot of Jets, Ehlers and Scheifele. You could use that.
Could be a bunch,
Pionk, Morrissey, Lowry. Love that Lowry.
Somebody to draft Mike Camilleri.
Mike Camilleri scored.
You have that on there?
Oh yeah.
Wow.
I like the classics. Thank you to Fountain Tire, McLeod Law, and Cowboys Casino, and Kids Sport Calgary, and everybody who's in, and everybody who will be there.
It's going to be a great night.
We'll have an evening.
Imagine if the game matters.
It's just one at a time. Focus.
Oh, sorry.
Bugatti.
You shifted your focus. Now remain focused. Keep your focus.
I'm not good at that part, Dean.
Yeah, I know.
I can shift focus.
Yeah, without even knowing.
Lickety split.
Yeah, without even knowing.
Gift.
All righty. We've got, do we have any super chats? I believe we do.
Yes, we do.
I believe we do have a super chat or two for the good folks over at the Youth Centers of Calgary. Putting money to good work. A place where kids are welcomed and accepted as they are. 5 why so much Lethbridge hate? Lots of fans of the show here in Lethbridge. Also, we destroyed your Hitman last night.
I'm saying is just settle down, Lethbridge. Love you, Lethbridge. Just settle down.
Love Lethbridge.
Cut your hair off, Sam.
Earlier this week, we were talking about going.
We did a live show in
Lethbridge.
Lethbridge. It was an absolute banger. One of the best things we did.
It was something.
Ryan Fujita hated it.
I'm not sure. Well, I know he wore the same clothes to the night before and then the show the next day.
I believe he slept in
which
him.
I appreciated,
on
yeah.
A porch.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
There's no Lethbridge hate.
I can't go back to Lethbridge.
There's no Lethbridge love either.
I was there for a year. Yeah. No.
What happened?
We're at the university or Last Chance College?
I don't know if we want to hear this story on live.
Do you have sad music for us?
Jesus, do I need the sound music?
I think we might.
No, there's no.
Trauma?
This wasn't a good year.
We're going to need more details than that, Jack.
Windy?
You can't help you if you're not going to help yourself.
Winning cold. Single?
No.
Your heart? Yeah. Bill? You got to rectify this. You go down there and kick the shit out of Lethbridge. Go dominate that scene.
Let's go, Hitman. Go with Jack. Take care of business.
I hate to end the show like this because the vibes have been so positive here.
It's such a great show.
Can't go out on a low note.
I don't want to go out like this.
You really can't.
Been just,
somebody super chat.
Really feeling it.
Save us.
Quick, help us here.
We got to do bets too. So
Yeah.
there's that.
What else? I mean, that's our super chat.
That was
Marvin says it was a crime against turtles. Well,
Marvin, we don't know what you're talking about.
There's some speculation in the chat that it was not real. Is that what that one? There were some details missing.
We'll have to ask AI. If it's
I don't know if you're supposed to bleach turtles.
It's that purple sauce.
They didn't seem to be in a great deal of discomfort.
No, they're fine.
You know what? That's the secret. That's why they live so long. They don't get upset about things.
They're chill.
Maybe.
Right?
I've seen, but what about the snapping turtles? They seem like they've got
a little more ornery.
Yeah, they got some shit to work through.
Karens of the turtle community.
Yeah,
bit of a see you
They're
next
not
Tuesday
invited
situation.
to the family reunions even.
No.
Snappers.
Bastards. Is Uncle Snappy coming? Oh. Uncle Snappy gets into the rye gingers, and the next thing you know,
brown booze, he goes straight sideways.
Oh, he's doing it again.
He's going after that soft, meaty part under your arm, right by your armpit.
Stop it.
God, jeez.
Why?
He thinks it's so funny.
You got a Corey Perry.
If he does that, I'm telling him to fuck off.
Oh.
Fuck you, Uncle Snappy. I'm telling him this year. Just having my hot dog.
Oh,
having a nice.
It's everywhere.
And never says sorry.
Yeah,
not
everything's a
funny.
joke. Yeah. Mustard on my shirt.
That's right. Bet365. Breaking news coming in from Bet365. Every nail-biting overtime win is a barn burner. Face-offs, hat trick, power play, shot on goal, penalty shot, suspenseful minutes in between. All of them amazing. Whatever the moment, it's never ordinary at Bet365. Official partner of the NHL. Download the Bet365 app today. Use the code NATION to get in on the game. Must be 19 or older. Play responsibly.
Stay hot, Matty C. You've scored 2 games in a row. Let's make it 3.
Shoot.
Something about Matt Boldy. He always shows up against the Flames. We're going to get a shooter on each side. If one of the two scores, we're in great shape. Never mind both. Have a fun night, fellas. May the best team win. Bugatti.
Yep. Big one tonight. Jack's excited.
At least we'll have the weekend before we have to comment if they don't show up and play the way they're supposed
Well,
to.
big win, then Sharks win.
Sharks
Sunday night.
Here, Dean, this will cheer you up.
Be all nervous for that Vegas
Rob
game.
Ray says hi. He's asking about a restaurant in Florida.
Rob Ray does?
You said he's really fat right now? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I heard you're fat as a house. Or big
That's
as
what
a
you
house.
said to him?
Yeah. Just my kid from school. I have a request for dinner.
Oh, isn't that lovely? Don't you love it when they confuse your home for a restaurant? That's so funny.
Really?
Well, I get this.
I don't remember had no menus. That's crazy.
So what do you think he's calling for?
You're putting an order in? That's great.
Nice. It's nice when the kids reach out.
What do you think the order is? Like mac and cheese or a pizza?
Burgers.
What would he be wanting?
Pizzas.
And it's not that. So,
But he's grown up in your like
a steak for sure at your house.
Steak.
Yeah, he's gonna want some
steak.
king crab legs.
King crab legs.
Ah, jeez.
Just giving you the heads up, old man.
You should have been a Persian prince.
Pick
son.
up some
I'm
king
feeling like some
crab
king
legs
crab
on the way home, would
Kind
you?
of craving it, Dad.
Life's,
you know?
hey, listen, it's a tough world out there. We're all making cutbacks. We're all making sacrifices. Your kid's no different.
Yeah. Might have to settle for a T-bone.
Wanted lobster, going with the king
actually
crab.
said or lobster.
Oh, golly.
Thanks, Billy Bob.
It's nice. That's nice. Well,
got to clean up this mess and hit the road.
Chicken jockey.
Yeah. Chicken jockey. Dregs was good today.
Dregs is always good.
Yeah, Dregs.
Augers, chicken jockeys, and Bugattis.
Congrats to Sour Patch Kids.
Yeah, huge win.
Huge win.
Kids running an eyeball at the end.
Yeah, big one.
Not even came around.
Sharpler would be jacked about that.
Yeah, she would.
Yeah.
She'd like that.
Yeah, for sure. Have a great weekend, Jack.
Good luck,
Thanks.
Jack, with whatever.
With all that's going on in your...
Yeah, whatever, all the stuff you don't want us to talk about on the show. Good luck with all that stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff we're not supposed to bring up.
Yeah.
We got to go to the game.
Yeah, okay.
Ryan, go to the game with them.
Sure. All right.
Come on.
If
You
we
never
do,
go
we
to games.
Yeah, like you've done a gajillion worse things than going to the game with Jack. Take him under your wing. Show him a good time.
I'll put some feelers out. See if I can't get some tickets here. Let's go. Baseball at 10 tomorrow. That's tons of time. We're good.
Tons of time.
10.
Wheel in at 7 a.m. Let's roll. Just kidding.
He's going to take you to the game tonight, Jack.
Let's go, buddy.
No, he's not.
Yeah, why not? I mean, no.
It's going to be a big letdown.
It's 8 o'clock start. That's perfect.
I'll be really disappointed, but
Oh,
What if
no faith? Ye of little faith?
What's the Bets 365? What's it showing for?
Plus 200.
See you, buddies.